The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Got it locked and loaded to the Sunday, February 8th edition of the Press Box, brought to you by The Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. Your boy Naughty, along with Stat Boy Sancho. Earl the Pearl is in the building. Pearly is in the building. Hey. Mega will be chiming in short order. It is Super Bowl Sunday. We are talking all things Super Bowl in short order. But I got to get a few things out of the way first and foremost. Got to big up the sponsors. Got to big them up each and every time. The Island Game. Log on to theislandgame.com. You're going to play and win all Super Bowl Sunday long. In-game. All right, here you go. You got your regular straight bets. You got your parlays. You got your teasers. You got your live betting. You got your in-game betting. You got your player props. You got your Super Bowl props. It is a multiplicity of ways to play and win.
Props and Super Bowl props. Some people don't quite understand what player props mean. I understand, this one score 20, run 25.
Player props, I'll give you an example. There's a bet right now, plus 125. Kenneth Walker to have over 125 yards rushing and receiving combined.
Oh, okay.
That's a great bet.
Yeah, that's a good bet. So you bet either he goes over that or under that.
Correct.
Okay.
So if you hit it, if you bet it, you're getting plus 125.
Okay. So you put $1 down, you get $1 on a coup. 125?
Back.
That's what I get out here. Okay.
All right, and then you got game bets. Who's going to score first? How many field goals in the game?
Okay.
Will there be a fumble? Who will recover the first fumble?
Yeah. Okay.
So many variables.
Will the quarterback get a stand on the right side of his jersey first or on the left side of his jersey first?
I was telling somebody, they find a way yesterday says, Cooper Flagg is only 19 years old. He's the youngest NBA player to score 30 points in 3 games in a row.
Just like it's stuff.
They're looking for things. That's
he's
like
the new LeBron because you know
he's not the new LeBron. He's the new Larry Bird.
No, I say the new LeBron in stats. LeBron is 58-0 on Tuesday nights, on Taco Tuesdays, when he wears a headband, the left sock up and the right sock down, and a wristband.
They had almost a similar one posted yesterday playing Golden State last night. LeBron has scored 34.7 points in 7 years or 7 games, the last 7 games against Golden State.
Come on, these stats they're fishing for at this point.
And it's like they're fishing, and what I find so funny about it is they identify players that they're trying to push.
Yeah.
And then so they look for stuff that they do. Cooper Flagg, LeBron James, people like that. They don't look for Pearly. I might score my first goal and they ain't gonna say that.
No. They just want to push and promote certain players.
But you got all those ways to play and win with the Island Game, all right? And be sure to keep an eye out from early because the line obviously is fluctuating right now. It is Seattle minus 4.5, over 45.5 for the game, which is not a bad bet right there in itself. All right. In addition to that,
it's been 4.5 for the last.
I
2 weeks,
was about to say, I don't want to chime in.
It hasn't really moved, so that's a good sign. Also,
for who?
Seattle.
For bettors.
And I'm asking that, I'm playing the dumb rule now. So for people novice,
I gotta go.
No, I know you could have gone something. I thought about that. As soon as I said it, I said, "Oh my God!"
Boy, only don't do it, my boy.
I thought I was in trouble.
It's Super Bowl. It's Sunday.
But you know what?
Once you heard the ice crack, everything cool. In addition to that, Green Parrot, Margaritaville, PI, 2 awesome watch parties. All right, be sure to check them out.
Super.
They got everything going on from 4 o'clock. They got the pregame, they got the halftime, they got the postgame. And be sure to check out Margaritaville, like I said, and Green. Thanks for you at the Margaritaville joint. Doing his thing later on. And obviously,
interesting.
The granddaddy of them all, Cricket Club, Bud Light,
Man, they got a big setup out
That
there.
is a monster jam out there. Big up the
got
DJ
a
Melody,
band
big up
and
the
DJ.
DJ Tank. They're gonna be
Yeah.
doing their thing. They got the pregame,
We know
they got
Tank
the
is the greatest.
halftime show, and they got the postgame after party. So be sure to check them out. Bud Light doing it all Super Bowl Sunday long. The official beer of the NFL. Big up to all the sponsors for making the press box happen. And like I said, plenty of opportunities. Check out the
So
the-
if you
the football
decided-
today and have your Bud Lights.
If you see somebody tomorrow and say, well, how you watch? Oh, I stayed home to watch a game. They wanted to stay home.
Yeah, for real.
For real.
Because there's so many places, and particularly our sponsors, so grateful to them, having these Super Bowl parties. So, let's check them out.
Putting it all together, yeah.
You might see Pearly.
You might.
I know Pearly making a cameo.
Buy you a cold Bud Light. Or buy me a cold Bud Light.
Pearly, I think Pearly can make his cameo at Green Park.
I
Pearly
put a
like
pro-
that
nah,
club
I was
sandwich
gonna I was
down
gonna put a prop on a cricket club because of the DJs and all that.
Tank is my brother.
Yeah,
that's
that
brethren.
might-
How you say that's my brethren.
That might be the third and fourth quarter spot.
Yeah,
True, true.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to be honest
Cricket
with
club
you.
is a good option because home right there, he could
Yeah.
stagger.
Right,
I
that's
mean,
what
he
that's
could
what
walk
I'm
home.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
can
I'm
lift
saying.
the-
Exactly.
No, but I'm trying to figure out that places. If I'm going to hit more than one place, I don't want to have a place like way
In the
out
east and then in
I'm
the
gonna-
west, yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah.
stagger it so I don't miss.
like,
If
I'm
you
not-
stagger it,
good
Green
area.
Park and Cricket
Margaritaville.
Club,
And
that's
what
off
I'm
the
thinking.
chain.
That's
a
what I'm
wow, that's a
thinking.
nice move.
Because I'm not too worried about the halftime show.
I'm not really gonna
fine with
watch
that.
it. Yeah,
I'm not a rap
I don't-
fan, so don't kill me. I just want to see the game.
So
and
you're
the
not a rap
commercials.
fan?
I'm not a big rap fan. I mean, Run DMC. You know,
He don't rap. He's more reggaeton because he's from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but
so I'm
either
cool
way,
off the show too.
I'm
Me
old.
too.
Let me rephrase it. I'm old school.
Fair enough.
Old school. You know,
yeah, I
give me
get-
my Cool
I
and
get
the
what
Gang,
you're
my Earth,
saying.
Wind
I
and
get what
Fire.
you're saying, yeah.
You know, my Ronnie Butler. I'm good. Okay.
All right, let's get to you. So that's how it's going down. And like I said, big up to all the sponsors, man. Play out all the action. Green Parrot, Margaritaville, PI, and the Cricket Club. All right, and wash it all down with ice cold Bud Light. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking heads. I mean, press box.
There.
Press box.
What's up, Naughty?
Hey, what's going on?
Everything good?
I'm good.
Beast, your guest in studio, Pearly.
Hey, my brother.
Pearly keep disappointing me, man. I know
How am
your
I?
hate.
How am I disappointing you? my brother?
Pearly, let me tell you why. You ready?
Yes, I'm listening. All is.
Naughty, arguably, right? And I can do this because you can talk a bunch of foolishness.
Oh, this knowledge. This is
arguably. Yeah, you know who it is.
This is
Naughty.
one of
You
the
know just who it
acolyte
is.
bronzexuals.
I know.
Same one.
I
Well,
know.
well, we
The
doing
chalice.
Jack Daniel show. Yeah.
He
yeah,
comes
we had
with
this
the chalice.
conversation recently.
So I'm listening.
Pearly,
Yes, sir.
here's why I'm disappointed.
Go ahead, brother.
Arguably, one of the top 3 players to ever have played the game. Arguably, I can put that there for Naughty. I know LeBron is the GOAT, man. Anyway, this nonsense you're all talking about, what the league pushing and all. Listen, boy, the tenure, right? The age, the contributions to the game.
The no
The
defense.
contributions
The
to the
turnovers.
The
league.
detractions from
And
the
you're still
game.
hating Pearly. Don't let Naughty get away with that, man.
No,
You
but
right
see,
on
no,
even.
see, no,
You're
no.
hating bandwagon.
No, let me
right, before
let me just say this now. Before they crowned him King James in high school in Ohio, I think it was.
Preach.
So you don't think he delivered?
No.
Man,
He's
come on,
4
man.
and
Pearly,
7
how so?
in
He
championships.
turned out to be a false
He had
deity,
to
a
go
false
get
god,
he
a
had to go
false
get
king.
super
Ain't
dudes.
nobody call LeBron no god, Naughty. You just is a hater, boy.
No.
Go on.
No.
No, I just let me
allow
tell me. Go ahead. No,
I have to get this in because see, this individual on the other end of the line here
Be easy now.
in 2018, when I went out and Stat Boy, give him a 6 right now, Stat Boy.
Pearly, he tell you about the bet?
I'm
No,
listening.
no. Stop.
I'm listening.
We ain't worried about when I used to work to other radio stations 10, 15 years ago.
Oh,
When you used to moonlight,
family.
hold on. When you used to
Same
moonlight
family.
as a sheethead, and yeah, you and Big Mike got me to put on a jersey one year when you all won, but when you all lost, what happened to them jerseys then? Line the
Naughty,
bottom of
that-
the grill and turn into toilet tissue. You talk the whole story. But anyway,
But that
mate,
is not the whole story. That's your narrative, which is
no, you
Spin
can't
man,
on
the spin doctor.
you can't on like a PLP right now, only giving half the
Wait,
story
Naughty,
and
you- listen to
misspeaking.
me,
Sorry to
Naughty,
insult
don't
you.
ever in your life.
Sorry to insult you.
Naughty,
Sorry to
listen,
insult you.
You could cuss LeBron, but associate me with certain things. You know that.
Sorry to insult you.
got you,
Sorry to
knowledge.
insult
Got
you.
you, knowledge.
Sorry to
Pearly,
insult you.
Pearly, like I
Anyway,
said-
back to you, knowledge. This is the point I got to make. In 2018, I came on the same radio and I said the tenure that LeBron James is about to embark on with the Los Angeles Lakers is going to be a failure because it is too late in his career. It's all about life after basketball. It's not about delivering championships. It's all about
But the
him.
championship was delivered in LA.
One.
One.
You should have given us 3.
On the back of AD, and it was done in a bubble. Sancho, can I get an amen on
You did say that.
Let me hear
No,
knowledge.
give
Let me
me
hear
10
knowledge.
Give me 10 seconds.
Let me hear
Give 10
knowledge. Go
seconds,
ahead,
please,
knowledge. Let me
Fergie.
listen to
Here's
you.
the thing. How many greats have played the game and ain't even get one? Come on, man.
I'm not
So
knocking.
you say
I'm not
one?
knocking
Come on,
that
man.
he's not. I'm
That-
not knocking. He's not one of the greats. He's
that.
just not
There
the
is
greatest.
pansexual speak for rewarding mediocrity. That's what
Okay,
that
so-
is.
Naughty, I hear you talking foolishness. Pearly, I
Yes,
can
sir.
send you the picture in Naughty with the LeBron jersey.
No, I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
After he lost the bet.
I've heard
Have a
about
great
it.
day. Great show, then.
Take care, my
And,
brother.
and I will
All right,
show you
knowledge.
the white Miami Heat jersey. Remember they used to go to all white? One to see
Yeah, yeah.
Big Mike ain't calling because Big Mike know what time it is. The next season when the Heat
Spurs.
flamed out and the Spurs spanked them, I did take 2 white Heat jerseys. Sancho could tell you. One lined the grill and the other was toilet tissue. Literally. And I showed off the stain.
I know about the one that lined the
Because
ground.
I'm that guy.
No, I'm trying not to picture that. Oh
You-
my
that-
That's what I'm
that
saying.
was-
I don't want to picture your name.
Oh,
That was entirely on you.
Let me just. Oh Lord.
I didn't tell you to have a vivid imagination.
Let's pivot from
I
that.
didn't say to
man.
go completely down that rabbit hole
God.
or whatever hole it was.
Hey, come on, man. Come on.
But I just want you to know that trust me,
Oh my goodness.
that's why I used to call them sheetheads.
Okay.
Because they used just to follow LeBron. But now, to his credit, Big Mike has always been a Heat fan. He's remained a Heat fan. He was
Yeah,
glad when
yeah.
LeBron left. Knowledge, great contributor
No, but you know,
to Talking Heads and to the press box. But he is a diehard
Yeah, that's
LeBron
fine.
fan,
That's
and
fine. You know, that's fine. If he said, you know, you can't tell me nothing but Kobe. You definitely can't tell me nothing but Magic
But
Johnson.
like most brunsexuals, he will buy into the on Taco Tuesdays. He's 58 and old with a headband on and one sock up and one sock down, and that makes him the GOAT.
I don't know. And let me be fair. I'm not saying he's not in the top 10. I don't think he's in the top 3.
He's not in the top 3.
And I don't think he's in the top 5.
you could argue-
Who's
my
top
my
three?
five.
You
could
could
argue
argue top 5.
I've got
though.
Michael Jordan.
Okay, yeah, agreed.
I've got Kareem
I
Abdul-Jabbar.
agree with the top 2.
I've got Will Chamberlain.
Whoa, okay.
No, see, you don't know Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain
I
is one of the
don't.
most
Hold on.
dominant basketball
And
players
here's
that
what you
ever
have to
played
look
this
at.
game.
I believe Wilt gets underrated because he didn't win as many titles. But
Stat Boy,
still
you got to
great.
look at it. Pearly has witnessed a volume of sports.
That's fair.
Yes.
I've witnessed a volume, but a lesser volume
Of-
than
of-
Pearly.
Fair enough.
I'll put
You
Bill,
witnessed a volume, but lesser volume than everything in here.
I'll
So-
put Bill Russell over LeBron James. Bill Russell.
I can't do that.
11 championships.
can't
How
do
much?
that.
11 in a row?
See, but
Yeah.
then we have to add
But
context. for
I'll
everything,
always
right?
put in the whole Russell thing was when Red Auerbach, a.k.a.
That
point.
the
Point.
Irish
All
Mafia,
the talent.
had
All
12 of
the
the best
talent.
20 players on, in the
Point.
league
NBA.
on his team.
all right, so
Exactly.
that's all right. And I guess what? I'll put him off the list.
Okay.
But you can't take Larry Bird off the list.
No, you can't.
All
And
right.
Larry versus LeBron is still a good debate.
All right, and then
I'd
you've got-
take
then you've got
LeBron
players-
has more titles than MVPs.
You've got
Larry
players like
don't-
Hakeem Olajuwon. You
Larry,
can
all of them
seriously
don't
in the
even-
conversation.
all of them don't even make my top 5.
Who are your top 5?
And this where it goes afoul with me,
Oh boy.
and I get in problems. I'm,
You don't have to explain yourself.
I'm not
Just
gonna
give me
be-
your top 5.
No, but I got to do it for context. 'cause
We don't need
'cause
context.
Some listeners will remember it one way, and I want to clarify it. Initially, my argument before LeBron came into the picture was Kareem and Jordan. They used to go at it. Who was the greatest? I used to say Kareem needs to be in the conversation because of his body of work, considering what he did at Powell Memorial High School, what he did at UCLA.
This is too much context. This is too much context.
Just shut up and listen.
Too much
already.
damn context.
So I used to put Kareem up there. I understand the modern era of it more dominates the conversation today. So I'll acquiesce. I'll say Jordan number 1.
You don't have to give me. I don't need. the
I'm
order.
telling you now,
Okay.
Jordan 1,
Okay.
Kareem 2,
Go ahead.
Okay.
Kobe Bean Bryant,
I knew you'd
3.
go Kobe. I knew you'd
Okay.
go Kobe.
Irvin Magic Johnson,
4th.
Tim Duncan,
Okay.
5.
Tim
Okay.
Duncan over LeBron.
Yes.
Best power
Yes.
forward ever to play the
I need
game.
to
5.
he just skipped my mind.
Stat boy.
Yes.
The numbers with Duncan don't lie, bro.
No, I'm not saying they lie. I'm not saying they lie at
The
all.
numbers with Duncan don't lie. Second 5.
And what Duncan
All right,
accomplished was in far less time than LeBron.
Then you
No.
got between 6 and 10
Okay.
is the debate.
Okay.
Because as most people would say, well, Naughty can give LeBron 6. No, I got to give Steph Curry number 6 over LeBron because
Okay.
he dominated LeBron and owned him.
Yes, go ahead.
Revolutionized the game as far as took the 3-point shot and enhanced it and took it to another level.
Yes, yes.
The game is being played today
That way.
that way.
Yeah, okay.
Then you have to look at, like you said, there's a myriad from 6, like 7, 8, 9, 10. I got Bird, I got LeBron, I got Akeem, I got
Will Chamberlain on you?
Chamberlain could be there, but I look at eras. But if you want to look at total dominance, yeah, Chamberlain could be there. So even if you put Chamberlain at number 6 because of era, but he deserves to be there. Then
Yeah.
you got straight down there. There's Steph Curry, there's Larry Bird, there's Akeem Olajuwon, there's LeBron. I mean, there's a multitude, and then and you want to look at guys who won multiple championships.
Bob Cousy, don't let
Cousy is another
don't
one,
leave
but
Bob
then
Cousy out there.
he's another one that ties into that.
But
the Russell era.
but you're looking at the total era. You're looking at the total picture. Now, if you want to say, let's look at
And here's why
the
LeBron.
one era, the second era, and 3 eras, then we can have an argument for 3 different
I'm
teams.
simply going to put it like this: LeBron doesn't crack my top 5 because none of my top 5 ever chased a ring. None of my top 5 ever left the city that drafted them.
Only one.
Which
Only
one?
Kareem left
But that was
Milwaukee.
via trade.
Do
Yeah,
we count?
Milwaukee.
Do we count Jordan with the Wizards or no? We really
No,
don't count
no.
it.
You don't have
Fair
to.
enough.
You
You
don't
don't.
have to.
Yeah, true. You don't
Your
have
body of
to.
voices
That's
is
true.
above.
That's true. That's true.
So
That's true.
when you
I was
look,
just
and
being fair,
the
but
second
that's true.
criteria, despite all the stats that are comparable, arguable within the same ballpark, and if you look at length of play compared to length of careers, shorter and longer, and body of work done within that, that's arguable. But then none of those on the list have more losses in the finals
Then LeBron James.
than wins. Everybody else has
Nobody
more wins
nobody puts Jerry
than
West in
losses.
the top 10. So yeah.
Jerry West is another one
could
we-
be in the
we-
conversation,
as
but
well.
9 losses in the final is his albatross.
Yes. To who?
To the Celtics.
Okay. To who? Bill Russell?
Russell.
Okay.
So it all ties in, and we all agree you can't base it on stats, and you can't base it on rings. It has to be a combination of both.
Everything.
And he does not crack it in my book.
You know,
And
I was in an argument with some guy. Oh, LeBron, I said LeBron took 5 to 7 years longer than most players to get the records he got. He should have every single record in the book because he's been
watching the game when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar broke the scoring record in Utah and shot it over that big center, Mark Eaton, to
Yes.
break the record.
Yes.
With a sky hook.
Yes.
And Kareem was in season number 15 or 16 when he did it.
Okay.
LeBron broke it in season 20 or 21.
Okay.
So it took him 5 more years than Kareem did with a 3-point shot because Kareem didn't shoot the 3-pointer. He only had
Exactly,
one
yeah.
for his career.
Yeah. I thought it was 2. Yeah, one.
One.
No,
Yeah,
the
one, yeah,
thing
one.
is, people would stop and say, okay, what was the scoring record when Kareem set it? Because it probably wasn't 38,387. It was probably like 34,000 or something like that. But it still took LeBron more time to get it. I'm just saying.
Along with the assist
For fairness
record and
points.
all of that. If you were around long enough, of course.
Yep. You should have.
Yeah.
They ain't mentioned the turnover record.
Or missed shots.
Or air balls from the free throw line. 56. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking heads.
You really got that figure? Oh my goodness! I'm beginning
Hey,
to.
brothers.
Hey.
Hey, Muff, what's up, Muff?
Hey, man.
First of all,
hey,
Muff,
Nutty,
Muff,
Nutty,
Muff,
you had me
Muff.
holding for half an hour, man. You're hanging me up, man.
Muff.
I'm trying to do a little final odd to that before the caterers bring in the wings and the macaroni and the codfish fritters and the conch fritters and the lobster fritters. Trying to get the bar together. You're hanging me up.
Hey,
But,
Muff, drop your pin to me again. I might have to pass for you.
Muff.
Yeah, all right.
Muff,
But,
Muff.
yeah.
Hold on. Before we go any further, on this 8th day of February,
Listen, Muff.
furthermore, when you call in now to Talking Heads, we appreciate you. You're a great contributor here to the Press Box. Where you are a great contributor. We appreciate you. We know that Guardian Radio is a part of your life. You listen to a lot of shows. But from what I heard yesterday, when you made a confession on Stanya's show, you've been puffing since you was 14. You are now
16.
16.
I could be 57 this year.
You will now, from this
16,
day
from
on.
16.
Okay, from here forward. And I
Uh-huh.
needed it seconded, Pearly, so I expect you to get me on this one. You will now, when you call at least Talking Heads and the Press Box, you will no longer be referred to as Muff Roll, but rather than puff roll.
Yeah,
So
well,
go
well,
forward and
So
carry on smartly.
Where you think the muff come from? The muff come from muffler. Muffler. They used to say me, I smoking so much they can't like a muffler.
Okay, well, I never knew
Where the
that.
muff come from? Muffler.
Well, no, you are no
Yeah,
longer
got
now.
it short for muff.
You are no longer
Yeah.
known as Muffler. You are now known as
Yeah,
Puff, a.k.a. the Magic Dragon.
Then probably had the assistant commissioner on the show, Clint McCartney. I said at the same time,
yeah,
good to him.
yeah,
I said him
yeah,
then
yeah,
too.
yeah.
That must be but 3-4 years ago.
No, that was the year before last. I think it was.
Oh, yeah, before. Yeah,
Yeah,
3
yeah.
years ago or so.
It was during it was when they were talking when they having the cannabis.
Yeah, well, I into them that making recreational legal now. We are stop playing, but talking about only with this roster for second.
Anyway, that's a talking heads topic for Monday
Yeah,
to
that's
Friday.
another topic, yeah. But that boy, I with you, boy, he bring us 2 rings and things. We celebrate our 20th Saturday. Tuesday going 20 years after we win our first one. But pretty naughty. I thought they say Anton Walker break, man. How you get so big and fat like that if he break?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. Anton Walker was broke because he ran into toward the end of his career one of the most, and let me put on my Dave Chappelle voice right here, one of the most gnarly, nasty, hatingest gold diggers ever of all time. Evelyn Lasada, also the one who destroyed Chad Ochocinco career. She's a scandalous heifer, the kind of woman that needs to be burned at the stake because she means no good to men, women, children, families, wives, everybody. She's nobody, and there's plenty that imitate her. But yes, she is a horrible hoochie mama, and that is who sucked out his $110 million from the Miami Heat. It started with Evelyn Lasada. And then obviously she went and she broke Chad Ochocinco. That's why he's still eating McDonald's to this day.
No, that's by choice. He got money.
And then she
Well,
bounced
he got
on.
depression and started eating it. The other
Well,
way,
he was broke.
He
I
played
mean-
for the New York Nets too. Ward or something like that. He came big and fat too. The other day
Charlie-
when they see them,
Charlie
they
Ward?
see them on-
Charlie
Yeah.
Ward.
That
point-
Ward, I forget something.
Let me tell you.
Thing rock them and he used to play 20 years. Man, he dead big and fat too.
No, you want to know who the original Michelin man is now, former NBA players? The once very svelte Eric Snow, who used to play point
Yeah,
guard for the
Snow. That's what I
Sixers.
mean. That's what I mean. Yeah, Snow.
He looked like the Michelin man. He looked like the Pillsbury
Right.
Doughboy right now. Poke him in the middle and ooh, muffins come out.
Right. Yeah, but talking about Miami, we choking. We give up that 22-point lead yesterday to the Boston. But start, boy, you see what we say with Simons, right?
Anthony Simons,
came
yeah,
on with Chicago.
Yes. No, not well with Portland, but yeah, you're right. No, or is it Chicago? No, it is Chicago.
Yeah,
It is
Chicago, he
Chicago.
gave
You're
the,
right.
the gentleman who they get for him
You're
to
correct.
Boston, but he put
You're
it
correct.
on after that center. But
Yeah,
what's his name now?
Vucevic, Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah,
he's
yeah, he
solid
put it on us too, but that's a good trade for
but
them.
Simons is a great player, and he's continuing to ball out with the Chicago Bulls.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
he
know,
got them big guys. Yeah.
you know who's another one who turned into a pot-bellied pig? It's none other than Sean Kemp.
Oh yeah, but Sean
Yeah,
Kemp was
yeah,
far
but
from
yeah,
that. Was about a year
yeah,
after
yeah,
he retired.
sure.
No, hey, who you want me to look at?
That is
Even he looked
Dante
like he used to play
Culpepper from the
basketball.
Vikings.
My God, Dante
Look.
Culpepper, gee, surely got
Yeah.
big. Some dudes,
Everybody
that,
big,
He ain't got that much bigger.
Anyhow,
no.
I'm going to finish getting myself
He
together
was
here
a
before
thick
the
quarterback.
ladies them come in.
Muff.
Let's go Hawks. Let's go Seahawks. Let's go. All right, gentlemen.
enjoy your day,
Let's
man, to the
Sunday.
fullest, Muff, man.
All right,
to the
Muff.
fullest,
All
Muff.
right, yeah.
Glad
Drop
you
the
enjoyed
pin.
it.
Drop the pin, Muff.
We want you to enjoy it to the fullest, man. Muff is fired up early today. From 11:31, Muff is in.
The minute he
in-
say
ready
lobster
to go.
lobster fritters, I need to stop by and get a couple
Man,
of
you
them.
need to bring some forward, Pearly.
Where this is though?
Muff live in the south.
Where this out though?
I can't tell it on there. Everybody has to be there.
Man, you all just listen.
We all family the Bahamas, man.
You all coordinate for that after the show. After the show, coordinate.
And you look, I reach and all going.
All
That's
right.
why. Okay.
But now
Wow.
we got that. Coming out of the NBA, like I said, some trades over the weekend. And
that would have been last week, before the weekend. Or they had something happen
well, this
since-
week as well too.
When
And
me
then
and
you
you hosted the show.
Yeah,
for the
that's something
time.
happened
and then
since
you had
Thursday.
and you had some buyouts
Yeah.
that are going down and potential buyouts. Lakers front runners for Sancho say his name, Portland, Miller Fiber, whatever his name
Matisse
is.
Thybulle?
Him, that dude, and Robert Williams, both potential buyout candidates from the Portland Trailblazers. So they in turn could potentially end up being Los
Robert
Angeles
Williams,
Lakers.
where did he used to be? I think he used to be with the Celtics when they lost to the Warriors in that finals. He used to be solid. And then
Who?
Tybalt up, Robert Williams, the center.
He was
good
for
rim
the
protecting
Celtics.
defensive center. But I mean, These are stopgap signings. These ain't gonna help the Lakers overall. Our defense is bad.
No, but when you think about roster reconstruction moving forward next year,
Yeah.
with the way the Dodger front office and the Dodger blueprint is going to be applied to the Lakers with those executives coming in, I think you're going to see players like Kennard, who we just traded for. We keep him because he's a floor spacer. Robert Williams is a good rim protector. I don't think Ayton is the answer. I think Ayton signs with another team for more money next year.
He probably
More money?
Yeah, he probably get
More money.
a 2-3 year contract with some more money.
Because
Right.
obviously he's proven one thing. He can score around the rim and he can rebound.
Understand is not that he's not a good player. His role with the Lakers, taking in mind Luka nor LeBron plays defense. You need a rim protector. He's not that.
Yeah, they brought him in and he ought to be the guy to do the lobs
The pick and roll, with Luka. Luka lobbied for him to be damn tall.
He's not that type though. He
But no,
he could be.
they run that pretty well.
He could be the primary though. But
They run that pretty
of
well.
course
I've
it's
seen
not
them
gonna
run that
happen.
pretty well. The problem is defense for the Lakers. LeBron plays no defense. Luka, the greatest defensive player of the game. Hachimura is where you put him. So you need a rim protector, and he's not that person. So that doesn't take away the role that he can play for another team, but he should get more money. I'm interested in this Kobe Bufkin or Butkin, the
Bufkin,
Lakers.
yeah.
Listen, Kobe Bufkin was tearing up the G League.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of potential, at least for next season, if given the minutes and given the
But
burn.
he's a number 15 pick, so you got to have some
to
talent.
be a easy number, a easy six man, a la Lou Williams was back in
Okay.
the day, and he could score for your second unit. And you got somebody like him and Kennard in that second unit. I think the Lakers need, and this gonna pain my heart when I say this. I really was high on Dalton Connect when he came out, but I don't think Dalton
not
Connect
panning out.
fits with JJ Redick. I think Dalton Connect could go to a team like the Knicks, to go to the team like the Heat,
He'll probably
Heat.
ball out.
a young team like the Jazz who are trying to rebuild, who need shooters. Give this kid an opportunity to play. He could flat out play. I think he's just in a bad situation. So if we could get something for him, in the offseason, we need to do that. But Kennard comes in, and Kennard
Didn't even play last night.
right, and
Kennard came in and took his job.
and Kennard, like I say, spaces the floor, and he shoots the ball well.
Yeah, he shot 4 for 7 last night, and he shot 2 for 4 from the 3.
And Austin Reeves, against Philadelphia, 35 points in 25 minutes, and a solid game last night, 16, 7.
I
8,
like
and
them
2.
bringing him off the bench. Coming off the bench like that, I think it helps him. He comes off and he
He
brings
reminds me of
instant
Ginobili with the Spurs. Like
Yes.
he was lethal off the bench.
Yeah, and he brings that second unit scoring, and then and by end of the game he's on the court.
Yep. That's how we have to move going forward
I
for the
think
season.
I think the offseason is going to bring some trades. I think Giannis is gone in the offseason.
Don't be surprised if Giannis is a Laker next year. Do not be surprised because a lot of people are saying he didn't push it because he thinks he get a better chance of being a Laker. And I mean, it's probably a Laker writer that said that. You get a better chance of becoming a Laker in the off season because the Lakers have to give up. I mean, there's a lot less than giving up at the time. So
Yeah.
do not be surprised if you see LeBron out of there and Luka Giannis pairing in
If
LA.
Giannis
with Reeves.
gets there, does Shaq allow him to wear 34, or does he change the number up?
You don't have to change the number.
I'd let him
Shaq
wear
is a
34.
Hall of Famer.
Who?
Giannis is a Hall of Famer. Future
you
Hall
No,
of
mean?
Famer.
Giannis is not Shaq.
Man, listen, if
But if Shaq might give it up.
that ain't retired though.
It
No,
is.
it's not.
Shaq's 34 was retired in
With
LA.
Kobe's 8. With Kobe's
Yeah, because
8.
Kobe has 8 and 24.
Because Kobe.
Kobe's Kobe. Okay,
Kobe.
yeah, I was. Yeah, you already know that.
Kobe
But
got a statue too.
Listen, his Vanessa and what the oldest daughter name?
Natalia.
Natalia were
Yeah.
out and they were with Jordan. I think of Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave that right there.
Okay, man. Come on, man. Hey, man.
She's growing up quite well. Let's put it that
All
way.
right, man.
I would love to introduce her to you. I love you.
I'm-
Pearly,
I'm
as a
cool,
Laker,
I'm good,
that you
I'm
are, do you
good.
think Kobe is looking down? And do you think Kobe
He's
is pleased right
frowning,
now?
man.
He's
Do you
what?
think Kobe is pleased right now?
Probably trying to pull the toe.
Do you think Kobe is pleased right now?
I mean, in terms
I
of.
want you to stop off to St. Francis Cathedral on the way home today. 3 Hail Marys, 4 acts of contrition, and ask Father to forgive you.
I'm trying to hook that boy up.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't need it, but
Trust
I
me,
appreciate the
Star
gesture.
Boy,
I'm
good.
good.
Okay, all right.
You think you're going to Margaritaville by yourself today?
I'm good.
I know. I trust me. We talk. I know. I know.
I'm good.
I'm in line. Maybe not as informed as you are, but I'm in line.
Yeah.
You just chill out.
Okay.
See, I cannot believe you, man. I don't think Kobe is happy. If it's raining when we go outside,
Why? Because I'm saying, did you see that? I
Kobe
said,
is mad.
no, I
He talked to
said,
God.
if you see them out last night and she's grown up better, what's wrong with what I said?
in these Epstein times, bro, let's just.
No, but I'm saying, no, it's not for me. I said, I would love to introduce you to Stat Boys.
I appreciate the gesture. It's
Okay.
just when you said she's growing up well, I was like, hold on, what?
No, it's for you.
Oh,
Come
for
on.
me, yeah.
If I could talk to anybody, I'd love to be Vanessa. That's the
Yeah,
one
you,
getting the
yeah,
money.
you and okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Now Kobe is really upset.
Now you
Yeah.
Now you really got him upset. It's going to be a torrential rainstorm. Super Bowl going to be blacked out.
But
BPL can do
let,
food.
let,
So,
the
yeah.
record reflect. I'm quite happy where I'm at.
Oh yeah, as am I.
Okay, see, let me just give you an example. The Lakers got calls for Ayton during this trade deadline from the Kings.
Okay.
What was the package, if you know?
I don't know.
No,
Probably
'cause
it fell through, but I'm thinking they should have tried to get Sabonis in that deal.
That's probably why it didn't happen, because they probably couldn't get
Yeah.
Sabonis.
No, it probably was for Sabonis, but they didn't get enough pieces with Ayton.
Because I mean, we're
That's probably why, but
I hope you realize we're trading 2032 second round picks at this rate. We're
Yeah.
out of
What do
picks.
we-
and then see
That's probably why it didn't work, because they probably had to give him
and
more
Ayton's
players.
a free agent too. They could sign him to a team friendly contract. Yes, more than what the Lakers gave you.
The Lakers only, what, 15?
But your max deal days are over. Come take this money here and do this.
Why do you think his max deals are over?
I think he'll get some good money in the next deal, pretty. But I don't think a team's gonna double down and say, okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna
it won't-
make you a
it won't be the
cornerstone and
max.
give you max money.
But
Okay,
NBA
okay.
inflation, his money will be good. It'll be close
good.
to my.
2
He'll
year,
have
3
good-
year, maybe 3 year.
Yeah,
2 year.
he'll have good money.
I was hoping the Hawks would have bought Buddy out so he could have signed with the Lakers, but
Nah, they
look
want
like
that
they're gonna
shooting.
hold him
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on to him.
I would let him go. He brings life to that team.
Yep.
Losing Trey Young, he replaces
Yeah,
that
but
shooting.
apparently the Warriors were quite upset with his departure. A lot of people in the locker room not happy with that.
I wonder why they did
Buddy,
that.
I mean not Buddy. Sorry, Jimmy Butler. They have that love-hate playful relationship. He's probably upset about it. Steph losing another shooter. The team's less talented, and Porzingis is out with an Achilles strain or
Yeah,
something. It's
yeah.
like it's Pingus, not Tingus. I know you wanted to reference that Michael Rappaport video. No, Kristaps Porzingis.
I know. Listen, that's one of the funniest things that I don't really like
Who
a
the
lot of
heck
Michael
is
Rappaport's
Tingus
foolishness,
Pingus?
right? But he's a huge Knicks fan, and I remember
Yes, he is.
the day that the Knicks drafted Kristaps Porzingis. Here comes Stern or Silver with the whatever pick the New York Knicks draft
Fourth pick.
from Latvia.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Kristaps Porzingis. And Rappaport's watching and he goes,
Who the heck is Tingus?
"Where is
Pingus?
Latavia?
Where the heck is Latavia?
Porzingis? Who's Pingus? Where is Latavia?"
Pingus.
I mean, man, I was one of the, and I was like, "Oh, Knick fans, they are so hard lucky. Knick fans, Knick. If you're a Knick fan, you are a special breed. You long suffering. Trust me.
And you were there from the Willis Reed, particularly from the Willis Reed times, and you were that.
And you came
It's
close,
just New
boy.
York,
And then New York is the
Ooh.
mecca of basketball.
say
Let's be
Dicks.
real.
Without a team name, used to be the
The
Bullets.
Nets
The Nets.
used to be the New Jersey Nets.
Brooklyn,
I
right.
used to be the New York Nets.
Yeah, so it's like
That's
they-
when my Dr.
cursed,
J played
bro.
for them with the red, white, and blue ball.
right.
That had to be back in the ABA days then.
Yeah, that's ABA.
Okay.
And then they
Jersey
playing in New
Nets.
Jersey and they switched it into
Brooklyn.
New Jersey. Yeah, now they're back to the Brooklyn Nets.
Speaking of the Nets, Cam Johnson was let go by the Nets. He might
Cam-
be another one who
Cam-
who the
Cam
Lakers,
Thomas.
I mean,
Cam
Thomas.
Thomas.
Cam Thomas. He's another one who the Lakers may be interested in signing.
I think he could score.
Great
He could
bench
score.
I'm not worried about the scoring for the Lakers. They got
agree.
that. I'm worried
got it in
about
defense,
we need
man.
defense.
Because when
But-
the playoff starts, that's what you can need.
The Lakers is top 10 in scoring, I think, in almost every category.
But defensively, do you attribute some of the struggles to coaching too? Because Redick was never a defensive guy in his
no,
day.
LeBron
was-
plays
what was
no
Redick?
kind of defense.
Shooter.
Well, everything
Yeah.
is the coaches, but LeBron plays no kind of defense, and Luca plays no kind of defense. Luca, they
But they
both
know
play
Luka.
no defense.
But everybody know Luka don't play no defense.
All right.
That's the
So you
draw.
don't have that rim protected there to make up for them. So it ain't. I mean, JJ could take some fall, and maybe Hayes needs to be there a little more because Hayes, I think, is a better rim protector than DeAndre.
That's my question with JJ though. How long did Darvin Arm stay there? Like 2-3 years?
2, I think. Was
Okay.
it 2?
So when did they start to put the heat on JJ Redick then?
I think JJ's doing a pretty good job at the Lakers.
So was Darvin Arm.
Not in my opinion, so much so.
We went to the conference.
And then the
we went to
semifinals. You
conference
talking about
finals.
Brady?
And we only lost to one team, which was
No,
Denver.
not necessarily the play. Talking about the relationship and the chemistry.
But see,
amongst
here's the
coach
thing
and
with the
staff.
NBA. It's all about everything has become so player centric. Player empowerment's out the
Yep,
roof.
it's everything.
The
Yeah.
coaches have to cater to players.
Yeah.
Darvin Ham wasn't the sometimes he'd write on the whiteboard, defend without fouling and just basic obvious stuff. But I mean, we were winning, and we went to a conference finals with him at the helm. I mean,
I saw a piece of footage yesterday. It's called the LeBron look. When he gives you a certain
Yeah.
look on the sideline, you end up getting traded
it's
or
not side
fired. And he gave the side eye to Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis told
Bronny.
Bronny to get up. MJ brought this up again too. She had started. Look, proof right there. Remember when he made Bronny get
Yeah,
up?
yeah. But Brian, he's a rookie. He's supposed to get up.
Yeah, but LeBron didn't like that. AD was traded shortly thereafter. He gave that look to J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith was traded.
But the
He
argument
gave
with
it to
that,
Dwayne
no,
Wade.
the argument with the AD trade, he was blindsided on. They
He
didn't tell
just
him
did
anything
it the
about
other
that.
night to Vincent.
Yeah, but he did.
No, but Gabe Vincent, there's levels to it. Like,
Yeah, but
Nico
he didn't know
Harrison.
AD was being traded. He didn't know. He was blindsided with that one. They did that.
You really think
behind
he
his
didn't know
back.
he's getting traded?
I don't think he.
What's the
I
word
think
what's
he
the
knew,
word I
boy.
could
I
use?
would you make it. He knew. He was probably behind it.
But what's the no, because the driving force of that trade who made it happen is Nico Harrison. That's terrorism at a different
It wasn't
level.
Nico Harrison either.
You think it was the ownership?
It was the governor. It was the same white lady who owns the team.
It was the NBA.
You mean
and
Jenny
the-
Buss?
No.
The lady.
Pull up the owner,
Balance?
owner of the Mavericks.
Because she
It's-
wa- she wanted to
because
get-
Cuban
it's Dumont.
sold
All right, here's the deal.
Yeah, she wanted to get the
Cuban
the
sold
license.
it to that group. All right, headed up. I think it's by Dumont or DuPont or something like that.
I mean,
And
the
he's
paint?
the son-in-law of billionaire Miriam Adelson and the late Sheldon Adelson.
Okay, now
Yeah,
here's the
who that
deal.
is.
They're casino magnates. They wanted to buy the Mavericks to force the state of Texas and the city of Dallas
Build
to
a new
allow them
stadium.
to build the casino
In the
with a
stadium.
stadium in it. When they told them no to the casino portion of it,
They wanted to move.
she got upset and wanted to move. They can't afford to have the Dallas move. So what they did was she says, "Well, guess what?
Screw your team.
You don't let us build the casino.
Your best player going.
Your best player gone."
So,
But then-
let me ask you a question. He made a statement. You didn't get mad at him, but you got me for making a statement. Anyway, go ahead. Let's
What
move on.
statement
I said
did I
screw
make?
your team.
Go ahead, Naughty.
He was saying, like, stick it to your team.
Yeah, not in that.
You were making reference of sticking it to Vanessa.
No, I was not.
All right, so
Definitely was not.
Kobe is not happy.
I was not. And see, I wish you wouldn't spin like that.
It was too easy. You set yourself up. I let you slide with the first one. You come running in, eyes wide open this morning. I let you slide.
And the
That,
and Marty.
yeah, that one right there. I was like, oh no, man, no. But the bottom line is, she was going to be a disruptive force toward the league. That's why
Yeah,
Cuban
yeah.
offered to buy it back and keep
Yeah.
the team in Dallas.
Yeah.
That's why they further made other moves. They're a negative
That's
force
why
now.
they got
They're
rewarded.
NBA.
But hold on, isn't it crazy?
That's why they pacified them with Cooper Flag, like Starboy just said coming out.
It had to be because I don't
Not
like
since
to,
the New York Knicks rigging the lottery.
for
And
you
it-
exactly.
For Ewan, have I seen it rigged like
I don't
Cooper Flag?
like to put-
You mean so what? You mean the ping pong balls thing?
I don't like to
bouncing
put-
up in his.
But hold on, that part on TV is never televised. The ping pong balls is never televised on TV.
No, I
We
saw
only
it. I
see
saw
the
it televised.
reveal.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that
but
the
they went
lottery?
away from
Only
it.
get the reveal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like to put on the tinfoil hat. I don't, because I see a lot of people who spew just craziness. But there's no way you trade away Luka Doncic to the team, and then you get the first pick back to get Cooper Flag from Duke, and he's just
They're too
balling out.
coincidental.
Exactly. It's like with the Knicks and
So
you
so
and
you
like
say
the
he's
bent
balling
corner
out.
on the-
Are you already lobbying for rookie of the year?
I never said all of that.
I'm just asking.
Never said all that. It was
Just
saying he's
making-
balling out.
Well,
Never
he is
said-
balling out.
Sadly, I think that the
He'll
way
likely
the
get it.
media is shaping it is kind of like the year that Bird got it over Johnson.
But you know, if I had a vote, I'm voting
I
for
mean,
Valdez.
yeah,
Drexler,
I mean,
Come on,
VJ
man.
Ekstrom definitely needs to be in the conversation.
No, definitely. I think VJ's the front runner. If I'm concerned.
Yeah, no, because we're looking at the whole body of work. The beat writers over there are looking at Cooper Flag, great
49
oblivion,
points,
and
no
now
help,
AD
getting
traded,
beat.
thunderous dunks down the lane.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what VJ has brought to the Knicks is probably.
You mean the
Sixers.
76ers?
I mean, sorry, the Sixers.
Yes.
What he's brought to the Sixers.
Probably you preaching to the choir.
Okay, all right, all right.
We know, man.
Another one who they may try shaft VJ for too is Con
Knuckle,
Shaw.
yeah.
But guess what? If they give it Knuckle over VJ, I won't be as
Is it
upset.
Knuckle or Knipple? I want to be politically
I
correct.
don't know.
I'm not certain.
Knople, I would
Let's
assume.
go with Brother K.
Yeah,
How
but
about
they-
Khan?
Yeah,
Let's
Khan.
go. If they go with
Brother
Khan,
Khan.
But you know what's messed up with him? His name is Khan Christian Knippel.
Yeah, but
KKK.
yeah. But then
I really can't pull for him.
you just
Yeah. I can't pull for him.
Bro, listen to me. You know, these DMs be intentional, though.
but listen to me
And
carefully.
you know who else should be banned from the NBA? I'm just going to say it. He plays for Toronto. Grady Dick.
Nah.
He takes some. He takes some post-game pictures
With
he
Lorenzo
with the
Ball.
jersey, and he look. He's very funny with it.
Or Anthony Block. But they
it's
did the
not-
Magic jersey.
Correct. Don't go there. I'll let people Google about it. We don't need a conversation. But he's another prankster in the
Let me
NBA.
just say Urkel.
Listen,
I saw they had a collage of. They said Grady Dick's adventures through the NBA.
My goodness.
And he's a jersey changer at the end of the game. And if you got a name that could play off his last name, buddy, trust me.
I'm seeing something, man. I'm seeing something.
Like he took one with Kevin Love, and that's all I'm gonna say.
But oh God. Can you even find him though? That's his name. You
So
can't find him.
pitchers and catchers are in this
No,
week.
but let's stick to the NBA. I still think VJ's gonna get railroaded
No, on a
by,
serious note,
by
yeah.
the great white vote, by
Yeah.
by the power of the
But
media.
I've had, I think, nationally, in terms of exposure, more Sixer games are being seen than Maverick games. Because I've been able to see VJ play several times, and I'm impressed every time I see him play.
That boy Moxie's balling too, though.
Max, yeah, but
The Sixers have a great potential. I think Daryl Morey's going to make some moves in the offseason. He was trying to make some moves at the trade deadline, but nobody was really interested in doing business.
because who they want? They want Maxi
you know what I think?
or VJ. And
Well,
they're
they
not gonna
traded.
trade.
They traded. What's his name? Fingernail polish, dude. What's his name? Not Grimes.
Jared McCain.
McCain.
They traded McCain
Yeah.
To the Thunder.
to the Thunder,
They-
which
that-
could be a sneaky good move for the Thunder later
yeah.
on down.
Yeah.
I don't think he cracks the starting five.
No,
but I
off the
think he
bench,
becomes a major contributor off that bench.
where their second team doesn't step. You know most.
And
teams
he's the kind of guy that-
first team is the level. Maybe it'll
Stat
be.
boy, I'm
bring
gonna
him
need you on this one. He's one who's gonna come in and make up for the lack of offense provided by one of my favorite players.
Oh,
named
Lou
Haz-
Gwentz Dort.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Lou Dort.
Dort's will defense you to death.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
dive for loose balls
Yeah.
and rebound.
Kirk Rambis-ish.
But Lou ain't that offense looks suspect sometimes. But what's his
Suspect.
name?
I prefer fraudulent.
McCain
Not
will
there.
come in and provide points off the bench that'll balance the overall team scoring.
That's
that
what I'm
they don't
saying.
get
He's
from-
gonna bring that level, the second team level,
Right.
back
Which
closer
now
to the
it
first
really
team.
more swings the power, the
Because
balance of power
Shai
back.
is injured
Yeah.
too for another couple of weeks.
Yeah,
He's
he got
out.
a groin, right? Or
No, ab strain. He'll be reevaluated at the All
But
Star.
listen, that's
in
a
week.
painful. That's painful.
But he'll be good.
And
He's
speaking-
walking around. He's
Speaking
fine.
of All-Star
No,
game,
you can walk around. It's just them moving and
Speaking of All-Star game, and I wanted to get this in for Knowledge earlier, and shout out to Knowledge again.
Yeah. Even though he's a LeBron fan.
My God, how the mighty have fallen. LeBron didn't get voted in by the players. He didn't get voted in by the fans. They had the league had to shove him in on the end there.
Oh, he's pick more.
Listen,
My God.
I was so angry.
And you know what's gonna be? You know what's gonna really piss me off about that? And listen carefully, Knowledge. He's gonna overshadow the more deserving players in the league
Correct.
because they're gonna make it a big thing about him. This is 20, blah. This
And
is
don't
18,
forget, it
blah,
was
blah,
him
blah,
and
blah,
Clutch,
blah, blah.
Clutch Sports that were lobbying for the change in formats of the All-Star game with him being captain and this
Yeah.
one being captain.
Yeah.
And then it went away from East versus West, and now
Now
it's
it's back to East and West, but now it's USA and
versus
World.
the world and the Filipino All-Stars
Now,
and
my
the
question is,
Ecuadorian
why the
All-Stars.
vote? Why the vote if you're gonna have?
And then why is the format changed every year? Because I don't know the last time I watched an All Star game.
I haven't
To be
watched an
honest with
All-Star
you-
game in years.
The last one I watched is when Giannis won the MVP
I'm
of the
tired
game.
of
It was
seeing a
2021.
170 something to 160.
Exactly. I can't.
Callum Purley. I grow up on, you come home from St. Francis or
Yes.
Sacred Heart.
Yes.
You eat your Sunday dinner because 3:30 coming on, 4 o'clock All-Star game coming on.
Yes.
And then it got to be a little later in the night, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But you was watching East versus West. Nobody played defense for the first 3 quarters. Then they ball it out in the last quarter in a classic.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I mean, and none of these All-Star games are good to watch.
But you know what?
No,
even the
baseball
Pro Bowl-
All-Star game is be good.
Because
I think it's
because
good.
it has you playing for something.
There's something to it.
There's something to it.
But before
you
they
play,
put-
what you playing for?
No, you're not. You don't play for the home field
that
anymore.
home field don't work no
It-
more.
it-
In all-
it's
in
not
all
home field
fairness-
anymore.
In
It's
all
team record.
fairness, Mega, when I was growing up, and Pearlie could break it down a little better than me. There was a period of time where the American League won a bunch of games,
Yes.
All-Star games, and then the National League went on a stupid, retarded,
Yes.
ridiculous
Yeah.
run of something like 23 straight games.
Yes.
And it was broken up in Anaheim, California, on the bats of George Brett of the Kansas City
Yes.
Royals with a bases clearing triple,
Yes.
and Freddie Lynn, former Boston Red Sox,
Yes.
California Angel,
Who I hate now.
with a base hit and then a
Yes.
home run.
Yes.
But they broke the streak. And then
Yes.
after that, the American League went on, and they were playing baseball.
Yes.
They wasn't playing cute. They was playing 9 innings. You get your little fluff in the first 3, and then after that, this a ball game.
And
Somebody
it-
trying to win, and by
Yes.
the 9th inning, relievers was coming in and being showcased why they're
Yes.
an all-star reliever.
Yes.
And you saw a lot of players.
It was great to. I look forward to watching the Major League. I look forward to watching Major League All-Star
Then
game every
came
year.
this foolishness, and it was lesser than it was. But even baseball had it. It got taken over by corporate America. Let's focus on the home run derby.
No, the home run derby is
Let's
a really
focus on
no. But
that.
see, that's baseball. The home run derby is a good thing.
No,
I
it's a
enjoy
good
that.
thing. Don't get me wrong.
The
The home
Futures-
run derby is way better than the slam dunk.
The
But
Futures
I'm
game,
saying
the
as
Futures
they
game is
got
about-
more commercialized to market baseball and
they
using
market it,
certain
yeah,
things
yeah.
to market,
But they-
it took away from the tradition of that game.
But the game is
cutthroat-
played. No, but the game is played Tuesday night. Those other things happen Monday, so they don't take away from the game.
No,
so
but
much
hear
so.
what I'm saying. It took away from the game in the sense that the players were like, all right, it wasn't as cutthroat, American League versus National League. You all won a bunch, we won a bunch, everything cool, let's go play. And when the league started to see it get soft, that's when they said,
Fine, okay.
all right, you're playing for something now. The winner gets home field advantage in the playoffs or so on and so forth. It gave them an incentive.
It
So
does.
I liked what they did because out of all the All-Star games, the Major League Baseball one is the only one that is enjoyable. The rest have become bastardized.
The Futures
the
game
NBA
is great.
Horrible.
Yeah.
The NFL, did you
It's
see
fly-
that?
it's
I
flag
tried to watch- I
football.
tried to
Man,
watch that
listen to
Tuesday
me.
night.
I'm a Cowboy fan, and I walked away from Pickens being the MVP
yeah.
with 8 catches in that flag football game. I just want to let you know, 2 touchdowns, and CeeDee Lamb was off the chain too. But no, I didn't watch it and enjoy it like that.
No, I didn't watch it at all. I saw kind of like.
I like to see Pro Bowls where they played 3 quarters of don't touch, and then the last quarter was we balling out somebody gonna win, and you had Sean, Lord bless him, dead, laying
Hit
out
sticking
punters.
people exactly.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now it's just a. 'cause-
No, the hockey All-Star
Yeah, I was gonna
game
say
is
hockey's
good. That's
actually good
U.S.
too.
versus the world, or I don't know.
No,
if
I think it's they have an Eastern and Western
yeah.
Conference
But
as well.
that game, their game is good. The
But
hockey
because you
players,
have
there's-
a-
hockey
a-
players,
But the NBA,
Hockey players don't hold back.
straight trash.
Because
Yeah.
not only is it physical, you have such a diverse. Because you have people from Canada, from
Yeah.
America, from Eastern
Europe,
Europe.
yeah.
Like you have people like different backgrounds who might take the game approach different.
yeah.
But in basketball, everybody's buddy, and it's all about the highlight and the flashy play, and it reflects in the real games because
Yeah,
it's
you
not even a
man.
team game
Yeah.
no more.
Well, we spoke about it.
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I just want to, on a separate note, as we pivot, because we got to get to the break, right, Mr. Producer? So we're going to go to the break, and then in the 12 o'clock, we're going to be talking
Super
all
Bowl.
things Super Bowl.
Yep.
The dark days of sports are upon us.
I
There will
don't see
be
it. I don't
there
see
will
it
be
as that.
baseball,
That's the great part of it.
which is the light and the beacon that will be carrying us. There's basketball that, if you look at it now, the window is starting to close because March is right around the corner
Yeah,
for college, and then
yeah.
the
March
NBA.
Madness will be
Yeah.
fun.
But that'll get us to April,
Yeah.
which will get us to the draft.
Yeah.
And then we can Jones forward until July with this.
Well, if
with this camp
your
opening.
only fix is football, I understand that.
When
but it's-
camp is opening.
I'm
and
a
then
diversified kind of brother.
This is my point, what I'm about to make, Pearly. And then you get to August and there's preseason games and your life feels better again. And you get to that point, that immaculate point of the year with this football on every night of your pro. But you got to pace yourself. And like Pearly, you should diversify.
Yes.
Where Pearly indulges in baseball, I also,
And I become that guy.
I like to watch baseball. I enjoy it, but I don't let it consume me because I've seen the addictive properties of Major League Baseball, like Pearly, watching a game at 6:30 when he gets off at Talking Heads, and then
But
another
see-
one at 9, and then of course the 11:35 Seattle West Coast. Somebody
But the
playing
good
starting.
thing-
Hold on, I'm a Dodger. The Dodgers are
thing
at
for
at
Pearly-
West
Of course,
Coast.
and the
Yeah.
rest are
Yeah,
all
West Coast,
appetizers.
The good. The
So
good
go-
thing for Pearly though is he always gets his fix for baseball. At the end of the season, they always win.
Correct.
Always win.
9 years.
But I want to suggest other
Mhm.
things that you can watch to when the dog days of sports creep in. And if your team's not successful, like Pearly in baseball, if you pull for a crappy baseball team, there's other things you can watch. You can watch auto racing. You may get dizzy because the cars keep going
don't
around
like
and
auto-
around and
I'm
around.
not a fan of-
I'm
I'm
talking
not a huge
about.
fan.
I'm talking about European auto
I
racing.
know
the
you're talking
F1.
about-
No, Formula One.
I'm not
F1.
talking about NASCAR, which is, stands
Nationally-
for non-athletic
Non-sport
sport
created-
created around rednecks.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And
But-
then you can watch that. There's also the badminton tournament, badminton World Badminton Championships.
I guess you could watch darts too.
Nothing like seeing that shuttlecock fly back and forth at 100 miles an hour.
I'm also watching tennis.
there's
Just,
darts,
before we go,
there's
I want
tennis, there's
to,
golf.
on a serious note,
May brings horse racing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Preakness Stakes and was the Kentucky Derby.
There's
Yeah.
Tiddlywink Championships.
before we take
So
the
what now?
break,
You weren't cultured growing up, obviously.
before we take the break, and
You were,
clearly
denied,
not.
you were denied good toys as a child. Board games were not
Tiddlywinks.
an option. Tiddlywinks, buddy. That's a great board game.
just before we go, I just want to say hats off to the great Lindsey Vonn. That's downhill skiing. If you don't see, I tell you, I'm just diversified. You know the
Lindsey
winter-
Vonn, one of Tiger Woods' ex who's skiing with no ACL. You
She-
think
Yeah,
you're
but hold
special.
on. No, hold on a
Does she fall down
second.
We
from-
Hold
saw
on,
that.
hold
Didn't
on, hold
she
on a
crash
second.
yesterday?
Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Hold on a second.
She did.
She pulled a Sonny Bono.
She 16 years ago was the first American to win downhill skiing gold. She came back at 41, tore ACL in the World Championship, but she was dominating. And then she made a great run until the championships yesterday, and 13 seconds into it, she crashed and crashed out. But the fact is, some people call it crazy. I call it gutsy for her to come down. You couldn't injure it anymore, but she has a plastic knee in one leg, and she's down with torn ACL. I call it plastic. She had knee replacement. And then she comes down and skis and all through the heats, or what we call the heats or the preliminaries, and made it. It was a great feat, and think her career is finished now at 41 years old. But I just want to say hats off to Lindsey Vonn. There's a little touch of Winter Olympics. Can't
The
wait. For,
woman with no ACL.
can't wait for curling. Curling, so I can't wait for the curling.
The curling is
Yes, let's
yes,
get
the
it
curling
started.
is
Oh,
important. No, curling is brilliant to
curling,
watch.
Listen, you know
You
where
may-
I scrub the ice.
You may think that when you start watching it, you be like, get closer, get closer. You
Yeah,
be like,
it does pull you in when you start
grabs
to
you
watch
right
it.
in.
Okay, hold on. Let me adjust my comedian hat. Lindsey Vonn is a legend. All right, whether with Tiger Woods or without Tiger Woods, she's been a legend.
Yeah.
On the alpine snow skiing
She ain't
circuit
bad, she ain't
for
bad
years.
looker.
Super high though.
She's won medals before.
Yes.
She's represented for the United States of America on multiple levels. She's written books. She's been a definite champion for women in sports.
Yes.
She's been one of the best to do it
Yes,
ever.
yes.
All right? So hats off to Lindsey Vonn. And whether she has ACLs or not has nothing to do with the fact of her brilliance, nor whether it's one of the multitude of women that Tiger Woods went out with. That doesn't define her. Her legacy defines her as a great snow skier. So I just wanted to clear the air on that.
Downhill alpine skier.
Fine.
Absolute.
You're all just like Becky's. Let's go to the break. Naughty Bagacha repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game. And you could win big all NFL. All a bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
As a healthcare professional, you dedicate your life to caring for others. But even with the best care, legal challenges can arise. Protect your practice and your peace of mind with medical malpractice insurance from Star General. At Star General, we've partnered with Lloyd's of London to bring you comprehensive professional liability insurance designed specifically for those consulting or practicing privately. Visit our website today so you can focus on what you do best, caring for your patients, while we take care of the rest. Star General. Insurance made simple.
Stafford going to the end zone, reaching up and making the grab.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no Masterpiece to Life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
On the press box. All brought to you by The Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville, and Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Well, we're into the 12 o'clock hour, gents. Got a good combo on baseball and basketball, but we got to get to it now.
Lindsey Vaughn.
Okay, Purdy.
Come on. We
great NBA names. Oh, sorry.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Lindsey Vaughn?
No, nothing else. But the only thing else I want to say is don't forget pitchers and catchers all reporting on Thursday and Friday.
Baseball is back. Good time of year.
God, I can't wait.
Joey's about to win his 4th MVP in a row.
No, then he's not going to get it this year. They're going to find a way not to give it to him.
You think?
Unless,
He's too dominant to deny.
There's predicting that him and Judd will hit 60 home runs this year.
Yeah, they're too dominant to deny. Yeah. Cal Raleigh at 16, they couldn't even give it to him because he just didn't have the other met.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
It is the big game today, though. Boy, oh boy. I'll never forget when you came to the studio in a Dodgers hat, cuz, rooting for the Dodgers to win, and you were Braves fan.
Yeah, I had no choice, man, in the National League, man.
Toronto. Just pull for the Blue Jays. They're in my division, and I pulled for the Blue Jays. I can't see the Dodgers winning.
You saw, though.
I didn't want to see it. Let me rephrase. I didn't want to see it. I was forced to see it.
So the three-peat is coming on this year.
If all things fall together the way they're set up, they should be pretty hard to beat.
Because you don't hardly see that no more in sports.
And that'll be a great story. It'll be great for
Mahomes,
baseball.
them, they couldn't do it.
It'll be great for baseball.
I think the Dodgers will be the first team since the LA Lakers to do it.
Yeah, it'll be great for baseball. And Dave Roberts gotten permission from Pat Riley to say three-peat, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, man.
All right, listen.
Super Bowl Sunday is
Super Bowl Sunday. We got lots to talk about pertaining to Super Bowl Sunday. And before we get into the actual game, and before we get into the actual predictions and how we see it's going to go, there's a couple of other things emanating from Super Bowl week that we need to talk about. All right? And one of them happens to be the fact that there must be a conspiracy theory against the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft denied admission into the NFL Hall of Fame on the first ballot.
Okay. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Now,
keep spitting. Spit Fox.
I'm going to let you all talk about it and give me your take on it. But I want to NFL Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winner, arguably one of the greatest running backs of all time, part of the greatest show on turf. I'm talking about Marshall Faulk. Here's what Marshall had to say about Bill Belichick not being inducted into the Hall of Fame as a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Belichick not being in the bus gallery with you first shot.
Not?
Yeah, he's not in there.
I mean, eventually he'll get there. You know? People are up in arms about, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, because this many people weren't pissed that T.O. didn't get in first time. I mean, there's a lot of people who didn't get in first ballot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let's be honest. I mean, Belichick's numbers are...
Why are we being honest?
We are being honest.
Why are we being honest?
I don't know what you...
This is not an honest conversation.
This is an honest conversation.
Is it?
Of course. What's being dishonest about talking about this man's stats?
Why are we choosing honesty?
Okay. What are you saying?
Like, obviously we know why he didn't get in. Like, but we're saying we're being honest. Let's It's not real.
Because people thought he cheated and he doesn't deserve first ballot Hall of Fame.
Look, man, it's Richard. Exactly. Like this. Let's not pretend like, oh my God, he like this. It's not like Don Shula didn't get in. All right. Like this is obviously we know what happened. Bills were paid. You know what I'm saying? Like draft picks were taken. Let's not.
That's right.
Like,
so why keep him out of the Hall after all that?
I don't know, Rich. That's right. We got to find out. Like that's what we got to find. We got to ask the guys who we always turn to, but actually they don't get on TV and talk about it. It's the writers, right? Mm-hmm. Like and guess what? Guess who? They made the decision, and guess when they sit up there.
Well, it's not just the writers. It could have been Dungy, could have been Bill Polian, who from two people from your past.
Let's blame them too. Right. Let's blame them too. Let's not blame all the media sitting up there asking the questions, and he's being contrite. Like those are the people that. They used to tell us, hey, take care of the media because at the end of the day, they're going to make big decisions for you down the road.
People told you that when you were playing?
Yeah. The people who cover you are the guys who stand up and say, hey, this guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So you take care of the media. That's what we do, Rich. That's why we do this. We come around and we sit down on your shows and stuff like that because we respect what you guys do.
Oh, me in particular, though, hopefully. You respect what I do. Right.
Always, Rich.
Okay.
Always. But for real, Rich, it's just like how you do like if just imagine I couldn't imagine my beat writer standing up saying I deserve to be in the Hall of Fame if every week I'm not answering questions, one word him, next question. Like it comes back. Like it does. And I don't know if that's the issue, but it's something that we had to worry about as players. People cared about our character and how we treated the media.
Yeah, I even made it a little bit of a reference to it earlier in the conversation. Right, yeah.
It mattered to how T.O. treated the media. People said that was the reason why T.O. wasn't first ballot. He was to the media. Now, I don't know if I'm going to call it awful, but Bill interview. And he gave you very little when he.
But at the end of the day, should that really even matter, though? That's what I'm saying. Get over yourselves if that's the case, because his numbers are absurd. I feel
Rich,
silly even mentioning his
numbers. There's no doubt that's why I'm saying we're not being honest. Like,
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like they should have just said, "No, Bill." Like it is what it is. Like we're not pretending. And T.O.'s numbers, they are what they like. T.O. was
a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Come on, man.
There you have it. I'm gonna get your take on it, guys. My simple take is two things. One, you will never live down Spygate nor Deflategate because of the controversy that's always been associated with that and the detriment to the game that it caused, or the alleged detriment to the game that it caused. In addition to that, he was always a jerk with reporters. He was an idiot with reporters. He was the equivalent of Hubert Minnick with reporters. So obviously, you know, that burn a bad stain on you when they vote for you in these kind of things, MVP, Hall of Fame, so on and so forth.
And you notice that nobody talked about that at all, other than
what other people should talk about is this, though, the travesty that is the fact that Darren Woodson has not made the Pro Football Hall of Fame when he has better stats than several other safeties who's already made it, and he's won 3 Super Bowls with the Cowboys. Why is Darren Woodson not in the Hall of Fame? Is he the new Drew Pearson now that's going to have to wait 20 or 30 years to get in when he deservedly should be there?
Yeah, look at Roger Craig.
Just got in.
Just got in?
Just got in.
And that's an injustice
exactly.
in itself.
You know, so
Roger Craig was one of the first to have 1,000 rushing and 1,000 receiving in the same season. He was a beast. He was a beast at Nebraska, and he was a beast for the 49ers.
Yeah. So my thing about Bill, like you say, everything you say about Bill is true. So listen, if Bill ain't the first ballot Hall of Famer, Robert Kraft ain't the first ballot Hall of Famer, you know who else might be a first ballot Hall of Famer too?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're going to say, and I'm with you.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Because all three of them was inside the same...
12 been off the way.
He's going to get it.
Brady?
Hell yeah.
No, Brady can be a first. He's going to get it.
You say
I know he's going to be a first ballot, but he's deserving to be one of the, just as much.
Oh, you mean treated the way Kraft?
Treated Kraft and Belichick.
Terrell
all
Owens,
I'm seeing.
I think 3 people to be a first-team All-Pro with 3 different teams, and they made him wait because he was egocentric, he was arrogant, and the media he treats. No, there are only 2 receivers in the history of the game better than him, or you can make a case, but one for sure, Jerry Rice, and him and Moss is the debate. That's the 3, and he had to wait. So people are getting
ready. You could argue they're dependent on time and presence and place. But that's a fair 3.
Listen,
Terrell Owens is a beast.
Once you peeve those writers off, bro.
Yeah, they
you
get
better
back.
believe.
But you know what?
There's mark on the calendar.
Brady wasn't main to writers. Brady was very
no, he wasn't main to writers. But I'm saying it's because
he was very approachable.
But what I'm saying is because of the Flagate,
the scandal surrounding his name.
He was a part. Remember, he destroyed his phone.
He did something.
He destroyed his phone
on the Flagate.
Yes,
but he wasn't so much. He wasn't so much Spygate.
You can make that argument. That's fair.
And vice versa with Belichick.
There are things into it like the writers are vindictive over maybe Tuck Rule or other things that didn't go a certain. But my thing is the writers. It's an emotional thing. And they're vindictive and they're very petty and spiteful. They don't play the game.
No, I hear your point, and I agree with you. But if you hear the talks, if you hear writers or talk about Belichick, it's very respectful, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. But when they talk about Brady, they bring their brother up every time they talk about him.
Everybody likes Tom.
So I think he's going to be a first team ballot Hall of Famer.
He's fixed his reputation.
Yeah.
People like everybody likes him.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not a Brady fan because I put for the Dolphins. But you know where Brady has truly impressed me? His color commentating.
Yeah.
He is head and shoulders above just about it. He knows the game. He actually says this is what's supposed to happen. And sometimes,
like when Tony Romo first broke on the scene, that's what Brady is, but to a better degree.
Brady is good.
He's good.
He really impressed me.
I like Brady as a color commentator.
His color commentating is awesome.
Romo is pretty strong too, but Romo's gotten cute.
The problem
lately,
is the Mahomes, him and Chris Collinsworth. Here's a guy like Mahomes.
But if you listen to Brady, you could tell the game.
Oh yeah, ins and outs, the
he's not a fluke.
Details.
Every Sunday night,
Chris Collinsworth is Mr. Lotion Pen and powder.
Every Sunday night, the Chiefs play on Sunday Night Football. I have my TV on mute.
It don't even have to be the Chiefs. You can compare some quarterback to Mahomes.
But it's just that's what I'm saying.
Anything the quarter he finds a way to bring it back to Mahomes. You're correct.
Here's a guy. Here's a guy. When he dies, they put it on his tombstone. Here's a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a guy.
He's worse than the guy.
He's a guy who...
He's almost as bad as the Celtic... what's the Celtic? Tommy Heinsohn?
I think so, yeah.
That's what we talking about. Tommy Heinsohn, who's the color commentator?
Of course.
It
was Tommy Heinsohn on CBS with Dick Stockton.
Yes.
And Tommy Heinsohn was biased as all outdoors. But the original home court... a Boston local radio legend for unbridled Celtic bias and hate and racial undertones, Johnny Mose.
Yeah.
My God. And Johnny Mose was all like 4'9". He had huge ears. He looked similar to Andrew Siciliano of NFL Network.
Yep.
You know them Boston people, Gary. You know that. They don't
know. But Tommy Heinsohn was... You think Tommy Heinsohn used to bathe, change, and lift Larry Bird to the game?
I'll tell you the dedication of hate.
I can't say what else I think you should do.
Johnny Mose used to drink beer and smoke cigarettes up in the old Boston Garden. In the press box. He had his own separate section.
Yeah.
And he used to sit there in this little box and he used to drink and smoke his cigarette and look down at the court and call the game biasly. It used to be cold in Boston Garden. He used to wear blankets, put blanket on his legs.
Yeah, because they have no air conditioning and nothing like that in Boston
Now check this out.
At the time.
In the midst of ratting up the referees for swinging his Celtics and Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, he dropped his ashtray and set his blanket on fire. And do you know he made his whole commentary laid in the diatribe on the referee, everything all while on fire, and then they put him out on the commercial break? He was that much of a his Celtic pride and hate for anything non-Celtic. He would have rather burn up than not get them words out.
You would throw up listening to him.
Only other one announcer in my time, in my life, have I seen so endeared to a team like Johnny Mose was to the Celtics by Celtics fans. Probably know where I'm going. Take me to Wrigley Field, Chicago. Yeah, check out the guy in the sombrero.
Gary used to be.
I'm on 7 Budweisers, and it's the 7th inning unless everybody stand up except for me because I can't. Take me out to the ball game. Find me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. Wash
true,
it
though.
down
That's
with
so
a cold
true.
Bud Light.
That's so true. Cold
And
Budweiser.
people loved Harry Carey. And did he know baseball? Did he know everything about the Cubs? Yes, indeed.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was
Those
great.
were the kind of announcers that you listened to game for them.
Yeah, well, other than Vince Scully.
I was just gonna say Vince.
No,
with the
I'm
Dodgers.
saying the Dodgers had Vince Scully.
Vince Scully's probably the best storyteller.
Harry Carey was the Chicago White Sox, the Chicago Cubs.
You remember Joe Gaggiola?
Yes.
Okay.
And Don Drysdale.
Don Drysdale, yeah.
But nobody thinks about the Yankees without thinking about Phil Rizzuto and the Money Store on WIOD.
But if you say Monday Night
you
Football,
need a Bales bondsman? Call Michael's Bales Bonds in South Miami.
But if you're talking Monday Night Football, who you talking about?
You got to talk about the late, great Howard Cosell, along with the young Frank Gifford. And Don Meredith, the former Cowboy quarterback, who used to, when the team started, when the game was over, somebody made that score that put it out of reach. You know what his famous line was? All right, Frank, it's time. Turn out the lights, the party's over.
Not your turn out the lights. It's the country song turn out the lights.
Yeah, not that one. But,
I thought some of the, and I know we digressed and we'll get back to football right now, but some of the greatest interviewers was Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali.
Great interviews of all time.
Yeah, but those two interviews were a show within itself. Entertaining
Yeah,
as
because
ever.
they had a great friendship. They understood each other. There was a mutual respect there.
Yeah.
And
a Muslim and a Jew.
No, and guess what? They used to play that off as politically incorrect as that would be today.
Yeah.
You had Howard Cosell, who was Jewish, Muhammad Ali, who was Muslim, and then you had Bundini Brown, who was Southern Baptist, all mixed up in there as the manager.
Yeah.
So this was this melting pot of religious political incorrectness that was flying, and everybody loved it. And Ali and Cosell were genuinely friends until the very end.
Yes.
And I look at some of the broadcasters of today. I still think that the very impactful to me was Stuart Scott, one that I thought was great. Him and Rich Eisen shared a chemistry like no other.
Yes.
I mean, Rich is another one. You all know how near and dear Rich is to me. How much I respect Rich Eisen.
Yeah.
Even though he's an absolute turd as a person, he's done well for years. And I got to tip my hat to my mind going blank, man. Now you don't want me to say
Scott Van Pelt.
who wrote the book on the Cowboys, man. My mind just went blank.
Hold on. Boys, Skip Bayless?
Skip Bayless.
Oh, Skip.
Yeah,
Skip.
my bad. Forgive me, but I don't know what just happened. I couldn't remember Skip Bayless' name to save my life. And Skip, like I said, he was controversial. He was an idiot, but trailblazer in his own right. Colin Cowherd, same kind of thing. Weird takes, trailblazer in his own right.
Yeah.
These are some of the guys today that are impactful. Stephen A. Smith in his own right, even though he's turned into.
What about Unc?
He's turning very political now.
I don't put Shannon Sharp on that
No.
level.
Well, not yet. You have to put in some.
But I enjoy late night sports centers with Scott Van Pelt.
Scott Van Pelt is really good. And you know who was underrated, who did a lot of stuff on HBO for years, was Greg Gumbel.
Yes.
Greg and Brian
Brian,
Gumbel.
yes.
They both
Yeah.
did take nothing away from those guys. They were impactful. They were influential. There was a time there when Keith Olbermann
Yes.
and what
And
was
he
his
just
other
left
name?
sports
Craig
and went into-
Kilborn.
yeah.
Olbermann and Kilborn were ridiculously funny. It was like watching stand-up comedy when they did sports. Let's get to this phone call real quick. Talking Heads.
Yes, good morning. Youth Festival?
No.
My name is Nicholas Terry Moscow, a.k.a. Nico, and I was just driving from out east to out west, and I heard a lot of whining, and I bought you guys some cheese.
Well, obviously, I think you need to check.
You guys are talking about who's the greatest and everything else.
Okay, Mr. Moscow, just stick a pin in for a second. We need to direct your attention to something. There is obviously something afoul in your car because there's a strong stench of rotten fish emanating over the phone lines, wafting in our nostrils, ready plunging into our nostrils.
You know what I do, and I have a perfect.
It smells like
perfect
rotten
state-of-the-art
dolphins.
What? Easy now, Naughty. What you mean?
Hey, Pearly,
Hey.
I got to beat him up because him and my brother are Dallas Cowboys.
I know.
And
you and
so
I are
anyway,
Dolphins. And you and I
he
are
hasn't
Dolphins.
told you what I used to do to my brother and him.
What did you do?
Just letting you guys know.
No. What did you do?
You want diversification. You're talking about diversifying. All I hear is about basketball. Basketball is nothing compared to the old days If Pearlie and you guys know, when it was Larry Bird and those guys, right? That was war. What I watch on TV, I just change the channel. I don't even entertain it.
Yeah, the physicalness is not there.
Don't cry about football being great. Planet is in full swing, and that is what we call soccer. And you guys, Nigo knows, I'm a big-time soccer player and former national coach. But bring the soccer program into your dialogue. And if I hear LeBron's name again, I might have to go to Sandilands.
LeBron.
They're right. The ambulance is here, okay? So I'm heading to Sandilands.
But Nico, on a serious note, I'm looking forward to the World Cup. I'm just looking forward to the World Cup. This is going to be really interesting because
Spain is going to win it all.
The great Brazil will not be there.
Spain is poised to do it again.
Spain is prepared to do it again.
We're about to win it again.
And Spain got some brothers on their squad this time, so you better watch out.
Shit about soccer, and Spain will not win.
Who you say, Nico? Who you say?
Well, the whole thing is, you don't know, or Inigo knows.
No, hold on. No. Careful. We got all of that, Mr. Suffield Academy All-Star. What you said about Spain?
My dad, you guys know who my dad is, told me he's not going to have a meathead. You're going to finish your education.
So now he ended up with an educated meathead because you still put for the Dolphins. But anyway, that's a different story. Let me ask you a question. What was your comment about Spanish soccer?
No, Spain's not going to win it.
And why do you say that?
Spain, the issue is when I was playing, I got recruited because I was running 10-4 at 16 years old. And when I started, I was in the whole program. And Inigo, you know what I was at St. Andrews and boarding school. I've got All-American and all that. And I'll tell you the story about Bill Belichick. It transgressed. We have some of the fastest players, or they can be track stars. These guys are running 10 flat and sub 10. They're wingers and strikers. Now, the game has evolved, and this is what I, was teaching my kids, and all. I've got the most winning thing, feather in my cap in the country. I picked the best, and I trained them from 3 years old. The speed is there; that is evolved. But what they're also doing, they're finding guys as tall as Inigo.
Taller than.
No. But these were me. Now, I'm shrinking because I'm almost 60, but I was 5'11", and I was tall back then. These dudes are 6'4", that can run 10 seconds. Spain are fantastic. They do the tiki-tac, right? That doesn't work anymore. The big guys with speed and the like are out there. And the grittiest team on the planet is the English.
No.
They're second favorite.
I can be honest with you. I can be honest with you right now.
They are the second favorite.
And I want us to continue this conversation next Sunday for sure, post Super Bowl, because we got to get to some Super Bowl. But listen,
and because I have a wealth of soccer knowledge.
I'm gonna make a wager with you now, though, on the record, that La Roja, Rojo y Azul,
La Roja,
and La Roja y Azul, the red and blue of Spain, is going to go infinitely farther than Great Britain in the World Cup. And if they buck, Spain will beat Great Britain. We don't say that on this show. We let Sans slide because it comes from Jimmy, but on this show, you'll have to lose Bud Light.
Oh, no, I don't care about, this show. Sans Light is part of, anyway.
Yeah, but just what Sans Light is to you, Bud Light is to us, and it comes from Jimmy, so be good.
I promise you, y'all ain't going to go that far, but you guys will go far.
All right, well, we'll see you next Sunday to talk soccer. Go enjoy your Super Bowl this Sunday,
love
Nico.
You guys.
Back at you.
All right, Nico, take care.
Now, see, I just want to say something. That is what happens when you have a perfect season. and you wait for another trip to win the Super Bowl, and it comes in 84, and you get housed by the 49ers 34-17.
38-16.
Or 38-16. And you never, ever go back. And here come another Super Bowl Sunday, and you got to sit there
I know that's
and
painful,
know
hey.
that your Dolphins are totally irrelevant. And the only way that you can make a conversation is to just chime in and make light.
2 words, Naughty, 2 words.
But hey,
Only 2.
Pearly, in 2026, right now, from my Super Bowl 61, Miami Dolphins versus the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas wins
man,
31-30.
Naughty, do you know where
They're
going to turn a modern server.
This is Guardian Radio, not Jokers Wild, you know.
Me and you, Pearly. Forget these two. Forget these two. Biggest fraud in the room. 32 years ain't won a Super Bowl. Garbage. Ain't done nothing for a minute. And now they're in disarray.
In total.
Disarray?
Because they got to figure out who they are. The greatest thing ever happened to Baltimore, Harbaugh is now coaching in New York.
Hold on.
I only said that to upset you.
Yeah,
Let's go to the break.
Let's go to the break.
Stafford going to the end zone, reaching up and making the grab.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Always on the go? Missed a show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
Naughty back at you, repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Super Bowl Sunday edition, the February 8th edition of talk of Press Box of the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. And don't forget, 2 off-the-chain watching parties at Green Parrot and Margaritaville PI. You definitely want to check them out. Great wing specials, great Bud Light specials, great menus at both locations. And, of course, like I say, it's going all full 4 quarters, pregame, halftime, postgame at both of those locations. And then the monster party, the granddaddy of them all, that cricket club party. Each and every year, Bud Light does it at the cricket club. They do it big time, and this year is no different. They got great Bud Light specials going on at the cricket club, food specials going on, pregame, halftime, postgame entertainment. And don't forget, DJs in full effect all day. Big up the DJ Tank, big up the DJ Melody, making it happen for you. Ice cold Bud Lights in full effect at the cricket club, all right? So you know how to watch the game, you know how to get it in. And we're going to break down the game in short order, but there's something I want to bring up, and I think we need to address it. This is a Super Bowl rematch, and I think that some of the demons from the past are going to have a chance to be exercised today. And I'm talking about, and we're going to hear from Rob Gronkowski too, and break it down. I always wanted to know what happened in that Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New England Patriots. Seattle gets down to the 1-yard line. You have beast mode. You have Marshawn Lynch.
I just saw that this morning.
Marshawn Lynch. You give him 4 cracks at that end zone from the 1-yard line. At some point, Marshawn is going to get that.
Yeah.
But offensive coordinator Darrell Bevel had something else up his sleeve. He convinced head coach Pete Carroll, whose obviously senility was creeping in at the time, early onset. We didn't understand it. And they decided to, and I'm making no fun of mental health issues. I'm just saying, because how on God's earth are you going to take it from the most powerful runner in the league, the most feared goal line runner in Marshawn Lynch, infamous for making 40 and 50-yard touchdown runs, dragging entire defenses?
I could hear the OC. Coach, they're looking for us to run. They're stacking the line. They're stacking the box.
And
let's call them off. Let's catch them off guard and throw a pass.
They make the play, and the defensive back, what was his name again, Sancho?
Malcolm Butler.
Rookie, a no-name, undrafted free agent, steps up, makes a monster play. It leads to him having a Pro Bowl career afterwards and making some good money off of that, because he really wasn't that good.
He went to the Raiders or something?
No, he was all right. He was solid.
He was one of Belichick's cornerbacks. He worked perfect for that system.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But let me ask you a question.
And obviously the interception came, and Seattle
He
lost
jumped the
that
route.
Super Bowl.
I look at that play. They're stacked in the box to stop the run. So everybody's there. Why are you not throwing a fade?
He threw it to the
hook?
stack, right
He
into
threw
the bunch.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Why didn't you
and
call a fade?
not only that-
a hook route, anything like that.
Not only that, which is so pertinent and relevant.
He could have
and
run it in.
accurate, Not only that, the route was run so terrible by the receiver. I'll never forget. I think his name was Chris Matthews. He had one of them stories of the Super Bowl because he had made some catches early in the game in the playoffs.
Yes.
Because he was working at a Foot Locker, try it out because he played in college.
Yes.
You're right?
Yes.
And they tried to get cute because they thought nobody would key in on him to
and you
get
know
a
what?
play.
This might be tinfoil hat-ish, but I honestly think they want to get Russell Wilson a Super Bowl MVP because the year prior, when they destroyed Denver, Malcolm Smith won it. I believe he was their middle linebacker making the plays in the middle, even though that was a total team collective just demolition, right? So they want to get cute and get Russ the MVP. You could throw a fade route to, what's his name?
No.
You could go to Jermaine Kearse. You could go to Wilson, the tight end.
You're missing it
Get
all.
the ball to the beast one time.
No. If you're going to pass, you run the 5 and out to the pylon, the front pylon.
That's what me and Pearl were
one
saying.
player. Doug Baldwin.
Fair enough.
Fair
enough.
And I go with all in. If I go in on a pass, I go in with my best receiver
and the best route runner.
Chemistry with the quarterback, with the best chemistry, and who got me there and made plays for me in that game.
And the worst could come out of it because it's
you could set up a slip screen to Marshawn Lynch.
He can't jump the route. You throw it to the middle of the field, he jumps it.
And they had timeouts.
Exactly.
They had timeouts.
And then, of course, if it's incomplete, you don't play. The clock stops.
Exactly.
On the mouth with Marshawn Lynch again and call it a day.
A rookie novice like me, I knew better. I was like, what are you doing?
You know, the funny thing about Malcolm Butler, wasn't he the same one who got punished?
He got benched in that Eagles Super Bowl.
Eagles Super Bowl.
I don't know what
that
he
was
did.
some crazy foolishness.
I don't know what. I still don't know to this day what he did.
You never said. You never said.
And you know what? Some of those kind of decisions is why Belichick may not have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I was just about to say that.
No, some of them might have gone to it. Let's hear from Rob Gronkowski, who actually won a ring in that Super Bowl and legendary with Tom Brady and Belichick's Patriots. Let's hear his take on it. And he's going to reveal to Rich Eisen the real reason the Patriots beat the Seahawks in that game.
Is there anyone in terms of winning it that's special to you the most?
Yeah, definitely the first Super Bowl that I won, versus Seattle. This is a Super Bowl rematch, I'm saying, of Super Bowl 49. But that Super Bowl was very special, near and dear to my heart, because it got me into the Super Bowl club. And it was also one of the best games that, of all times. One of the best football games to be played, one of the best Super Bowl games to be played from, the beginning of the first quarter all the way to the end. And everyone contributed. I'm touchdown. Amendola, my boy, had a touchdown. Shane Vereen had like 10 catches out of the backfield, for how many first downs. I had a nice touchdown on the fade route, on KJ Wright, going into the first half. And then obviously what the defense did with the Malcolm Butler interception. It was a complete game overall. And it was my first time winning the Super Bowl. So you'll always remember that and it'll always be special.
Where were you watching it with it all? I mean, Brady being mic'd up, it's over and over again. We see that in NFL films of when Butler made the interception. Where were you when that was all going down?
I was sitting like this on the bench, and it was the fastest I ever gotten up from sitting down in my life. No doubt about that. Right when he caught it, boom, I popped right up and just started celebrating, man. It was very emotional, and it was one of the most joyous moments of my career as well.
You know, I was in the stands. It was the first first Super Bowl on NFL Network where I wasn't doing a post game, so I went as a fan.
Really?
My whole, in-laws, they're all from Massachusetts. They're all Patriot fans. My youngest son is now a diehard. He's going to be flipping out that we're talking on the show. He's just jacked up to come to watch this Super Bowl because he was like 3 years old in the stands. He didn't even remember that. Anytime he sees a Malcolm, for a while, he's like, get out of here. I don't remember it. But the reason why I'm bringing all this up is I've never in my entire life, going back to my Sports Center days, ever been at a sporting event where people who were crying were immediately cheering and people who were cheering were immediately crying in the flip of one switch like that play. I've never seen anything like it in my entire time.
Yeah, I bet so. I never actually really looked at it that way. And that's kind of what, keeps these fans just keep coming back. The emotion that this game brings to them is incredible, and it can flip at any other time, like you said. And when it's in the bad way, you're coming back because you want it to happen to you in the good way as well.
Right, and you probably just couldn't believe it, right? Yeah. I mean, you were sitting there thinking this thing's over. You're not winning the Super Bowl, I'd imagine, right?
No, I had some faith.
You did?
I had some faith. I mean, we stopped him on the play before. I mean, it's the least talked about play when Dante Hightower tackled Marshawn Lynch one-on-one before they threw the pass. I mean, they handed off the ball the play before, but Marshawn Lynch, Dante Hightower's an absolute beast. I mean, he's actually bigger size than Marshawn Lynch, probably stronger too. And Beast Mode's a savage, but Dante Hightower made the play of the game with that tackle, which forced him to throw the ball.
Yep.
You've been talking about that
I bring it up all the time.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing, too, Gronk, that I point. Oh, they should have just gave it to him on the next play. They would have scored. Would they? Because Dante Hightower tackled him on the exact same play the play before, with one shoulder, by the way. He was hurt in that game.
Yeah. Exactly. There we go. I mean, Dante Hightower, he's playoff Hightower.
Beast.
Yeah, beast. I mean, he comes through in the playoffs like I'd never seen before.
28-3, what are you thinking? Because Hightower, by the way, had a big play in that game too, right?
Playoff,
kind of flipped the script a little bit.
We were dominating them, actually. I mean, it was 28-3, but I mean, we were moving the ball.
Yeah.
We just had plenty of mistakes that we made. And Coach Belichick at halftime was like, yo, we're doing what we need to do. We're not changing really anything. The thing is that we just can't have the turnovers. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. And then another big thing he said is we're better conditioned than this team. They're going to fold. They're going to collapse.
He said that?
Yeah, throughout the week, we're better conditioned. And he would always be saying it. We always ran these hills, man. Everyone hated it, but he always engraved in us, we're going to be the better conditioned team, and it's going to come down to it. And he knew we were too. And he even said it throughout the week, and it showed. We ran, 99 plus plays on offense, including the overtime? Mm-hmm. Dude, if you watch the last couple drives, their defense was absolutely gassed, and our offense was still going at full speed because we were a better conditioned team. And Coach always brought that up as well. I mean, he just knew the niches of what's going to happen in the game and what's going to play in our favor that was like a better detail than what they're going to present against our opponents going to present against us.
Hey. Boy, Rob Gronkowski with a little candid insight there, but gassed.
Yeah,
they were gassed.
I was thinking about listening to him. I'm like,
the Patriots had their way on those last couple of drives.
Yeah.
They were really chunking it up.
They did.
They were, but I don't know. But just to see them right there, that goal line, there was no doubt in my mind. Marshawn Lynch was getting punched at the end.
Yeah,
that was first and goal, and I was like,
right.
"But listen, I said,
can you stop it twice
over?" That's all I was saying to myself.
We got to get to the picks, guys, because we got a great Rich Eisen taking us home today. What's more likely in the Super Bowl? So looking forward to hearing that. But I want you guys to break it down. We'll start with Mega, then Pearly, then Statboy, and then myself. Mega, who you got in today's game?
I gave it the Patriots, 24-21.
And based on?
I think people sleeping on that New England's defense. I think they're going to give Sam Darnold a problem. Sam Darnold, to me, listen, I'm not knocking Sam Darnold, but this is still the same Sam Darnold that we know all our lives. That defense, all you have to do is don't turn the ball over. That defense did everything for him in the playoffs, even up against the Rams. When I watched the game against the Rams, that was a shootout. I don't know what the hell the Rams defense was doing, leaving Jackson Smith and Jigma.
They have no secondary.
They run all around our field. So I was like, yeah, they can lose that. But this is the same Sam Darnold I know, and that Patriots defense, they saw it. And then the Seahawks have problems with covering the tight ends. So they have two solid tight ends in New England.
Hunter Henry, and then there was somebody else. I
forgot the other guy name.
Austin Hooper.
Austin
back
Hooper.
in the day with the
two experienced tight ends.
Falcons.
So watch them two boys to have a solid game today.
This Super Bowl can be an indication as to how is the AFC weak this year. Because if you look at New England Patriots, I think if I'm correct, they beat only out of their 14 wins, 6 were against, and out of the games they played, 6 were against teams over 500 or winning teams with a winning record. They've played 25 or 30% of their games to teams who were in last place. They did what they were supposed to do with a fourth place team. They bucked the Houston team. That quarterback has been garbage for and there was rumors coming out of Houston that the defense went to the coach and asked them to bench
CJ
Stroud because of the way he was playing. They bucked the Denver team with their quarterback out. So all the and it's next man up if you want to say that, but it all fell in line for New England to be there today. They're now playing the team with the best defense in football. They're the best defense in football.
Houston wasn't the best defense?
No, they're ranked number 1.
Okay.
They got a very good special teams, and they got a good offense. Yes, it goes to what Mega says is don't turn over the ball, but I don't think this is the same Sam Darnold that has been in New York or in Carolina, or even so far in Minnesota. I think this Sam Darnold has played well. I think he's earned it, and I think he wins the $1 million bonus. I think he will kill a lot of the critics about him for the last few years. I like Denver.
Seattle.
I like Seattle. 31-17.
Okay, fair enough. I want to start this off by saying shout out to my boy Jackson, because you and him have the exact same mindset and mind frame on this, that Seattle's this league's better and New England had a 4th place schedule, did what they're supposed to do. But you all really like to bring up this Denver game, and I just want to say a few things about this Denver game. When Denver was up 7-0 and New England punted 4 or 5 times in a row, it was a winnable game. Denver was going to the Super Bowl, this time the 3rd. When they didn't get it on the 4th and 1, when they should have kicked to go up 10-0, New England punted again. You take the points when you can get them, because guess what happened on the next Broncos drive? Stidham turnover, Drake May rushing touchdown.
Yep.
And then the blizzard hits. Peyton is the reason the Broncos lost that game, because despite Knicks being out, that was still a winnable game. It proves that Denver was a quality team. The Texans, in my opinion, had the best defense, but you could say Seattle's was better.
The Texans do have the best defense right now.
Drake May had 2 or 3 turnovers in that game as well. New England's defenses would stepped up, made CJC ghosts, but he really played terrible as well. But they capitalized, got the picks, got fumble recoveries. The Chargers, they held them to 16, but still their defense is playing a lot better, like Mega said, than people are giving them credit for. Seattle has faced, and no disrespect to you all, the 49ers are injured to hell and back. They're a hospital. The Rams have no secondary to cover JSN, Cooper Kupp. What's the tight end's name? I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Barner. They and then what's his name? The linebackers aren't as good because they have a good front 7, but they can't stop Kenneth Walker.
And also, so who you got?
They haven't faced any competition yet. I have New England 31-28. It'll be a close game. It'll be a good game. But people are sleeping on New England, and all the hype is with Seattle.
All right.
Another
no context of their wins.
Don't forget too. Seattle been playing division rivals in the playoffs.
All right, let me deal with the two of you all on that. I agree that New England had a great run in the AFC. They played a 4th place schedule. Purdy and I discussed it from the beginning of the football season when they started that little run and winning 4 or 5 in a row. They ended up winning 10 in a row, but it was against 4th place opponents that their schedules are significantly weak. Now, I agree with your point, Stat Boy, and I agree with your point, Mega, that they played some tough competition along the way. But when you look at it, when they played the Chargers, it was a defensive slugfest. They played Houston. May turned the ball over 3 times. C.J. Stroud turned it over 6 times. So if you're going up against a team who coughs it up 6 times, that's going to disguise the 3 times that you coughed it up. That game was a dog mess. That wasn't a dog fight. That was dog mess. That was an ugly game. Then you get to the Denver game. And I agree. If Peyton kicks that field goal, it takes a totally different complexion, and Denver probably wins that game. But here you are in the Super Bowl. You all have been fluctuating with the points you score, albeit it had to do some with weather conditions. But one thing's been consistent all playoff long. The Seattle offense, the Seattle defense, Seattle special teams. All 3 phases of the game. McDonald, the head coach who came over from Baltimore, sorry for the painful memory, tutelage under Harbaugh, has got his team poised to win the Super Bowl. All three units are playing good. Now, New England's defense, they're susceptible against the run. Watch for Kenneth Walker to have some chunk plays. They have a good secondary, but if they sell out Gonzalez to taking away Jackson Smith and Jigma, I'm going to tell you right now, remember the name Cooper Kupp with some touchdown making grabs because he will be open. Potential MVP candidate in Purley's book. I look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is the picture of vindication, of redemption. First round pick, labeled the bust, bounced around, but got a second opportunity, turned it into a new chance in Minnesota. They didn't want him. He says, okay, I win 14 in Minnesota. Keep Minnesota. Let me go up here to Seattle and I go win 14 for Seattle. The winningest quarterback in the NFL the last 2 seasons, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has proved. And if you have a second chance of redemption, it is Sam Darnold. And not only do I think Seattle wins today, Sam Darnold wins the MVP of the Super Bowl today in typical fashion because the media that we talked about early, if he has a good game, by God bless his heart, Sammy Darnold. Rising from the ashes like the Phoenix for redemption, a Super Bowl victory, and an MVP. And I look at it, both teams are well-balanced, both teams are well-coached, both teams play good defense, but at the end of the day, I think the Seattle offense is just a little bit better, and they get it done on the legs of Walker and Sam Darnold throwing the ball to Jackson Smith and Jigba, and at key times, Cooper Kupp. And at the end of the day, I like this game to go over 45, so give me the Seattle Seahawks 31-23. Super Bowl victory today over the New England Patriots, and Sam Darnold is your MVP.
2-2.
You know what's the stats in his last 9 games before the game last week? He was 9-8, 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's why I'm not so sure with him right now.
What the stats was when he played York?
He didn't throw a touchdown. The game before the regular season, he didn't throw a touchdown.
So it proves that Seattle can win without him throwing a touchdown.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. They have the better defense
in
than
fairness,
us, though.
against the hospital.
That's what I'm saying.
A hospital.
And then this is not a division rival like the Rams and 49ers. You don't know this team like you know the Rams and 49ers. Yeah, you have 2 weeks to prepare. But that's a big difference.
But there's still a level of competition, and Seattle has been playing at a higher level than New England all season long.
But when you talk
New England has played.
But see, in the playoffs, they played, like you said, they played good defenses, though, New England played. So they had to match that caliber, right?
All right, well, we got to get to the break, man. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Super Bowl. We'll see you out there at Green Parrot, Margaritaville, PI, Cricket Club. And make sure you have a Bud Light in your hand. For Mega, for Pearly, for Starboy, this your boy Naughty, and for our super producer. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll see you next week right here on the Press Box.
Never. All right, Christopher Brockman, the floor is yours.
All right,
it's
boys.
the big game time, baby. Here, what do you got? What do you got?
We got 10, so let's rip through them. Happy Friday. Good to see you guys.
Oh, what's up, Chris?
Hey, the
10.
Super Bowl is in a couple of days. Let's do it. Are we more likely to have a non-quarterback throwing a touchdown or a special teams touchdown on Sunday?
I'll go special teams touchdown.
Yeah.
But which team is more likely to come up with the non-quarterback throwing a touchdown? Patriots, right?
I mean,
that's in their history. That's in their DNA.
It's been a McDaniel staple over the years, but we saw JSN. You know, he's got a good arm. We've seen him throwing passes this year. I don't know. I feel like this is a good one.
Okay. No, I understand that. I would go special teams touchdown. I mean, Rashid Shaheed and Marcus Jones are in this Super Bowl.
That's true.
And they are home run hitters on special teams. So
Super Bowl MVP, guys, is it more likely it's a quarterback or anybody else?
I'll go quarterback.
I say anybody else.
But I will reiterate what we did on the Overreaction Monday Super Bowl preview show. By the way, wherever you get your podcast is still out there. Nothing's really changed since we recorded it on Monday, which feels like 9 years ago based off of the last 3 days we've had here. But I would say If the Patriots win, it's Drake May. Right. If the Seahawks win, it's more likely than not it could come from the defensive side of things. So I like that. That's what I'll do on that front.
How about defensive stud in their first year with the team? More likely to have more sacks, DeMarcus Lawrence or Milton Williams?
I'll go DeMarcus Lawrence.
Tank.
Yeah, I'll go DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, tank.
Again, I like the Seattle offensive line, defensive. I like the Seattle offensive line more than yours.
Right.
But Milton Williams, man, he could pull a Deion.
He's been wrecking games.
Yeah, let's just bring it all full circle. Deion went from Super Bowl winner San Francisco to Super Bowl winner Dallas in back-to-back years. He can go from the Eagles to the back years.
Very true.
So, but I'll take DeMarcus Lawrence. What else you got?
All right, I've been doing this one kind of every week. It's a fun one. More likely to be the higher total. Drake May rushing yards or longest Jason Myers field goal.
I'll go Drake May rushing yards.
Drake!
Ooh. I will go Drake May rushing yards.
I think that's got to be a huge X factor of the pass.
No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of why Cooper would tell you to ask your colleague why he voted for Matthew Stafford, because Matthew Stafford does not have any of that in his game.
I think Matthew Stafford had one rushing yard.
And Drake May does have that in his game, and that's why he's a more valuable player. So I will go Drake May rush yards here.
All right, Rich Eisen. Halfway home, let's do it.
Go ask your colleague.
By the way, that gets funnier the more I think.
Says,
I know.
My 14-year-old son, Chris Brockman.
We may have to put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, ask your colleague.
What was it? What did he say exactly again? What did he text exactly?
Go ask your colleague.
I feel honored that I'm Rich's colleague now. As he sits in the home that you provided for him. That's wild to me, man.
You know what? Susie and I allow our children to be themselves, even if they're wrong. What else you got over there?
More likely to be the bigger number, guys. JSN receiving yards or time of Charlie Puth's national anthem in seconds.
Seconds would be 100. What do you think? Like a buck 50?
Well, Rich, the odds right now are 120 for seconds on Charlie Puth's anthem. 2 minutes total on that.
Okay. Is he going to double brave?
I'm thinking this goes.
Do you remember Lady Gaga double braved?
113,
Land of the Free, Home of the Brave, and then she went of the brave. She double braved.
She was in on it.
I'll go the anthem in seconds.
And I'm not asking this for any reason in particular.
I'll go the anthem in seconds. Anthem in seconds is what I'll say.
What are there more likely to be more of? Actual good Super Bowl commercials or cutaways to Cardi B?
Cardi B.
Well, we already know with Keegan-Michael Key that State Farm will be at least one.
At least one.
Now, what do you mean by good commercials? Is there a metric? Is there some sort of a?
I would say ones.
Is there a Rotten Tomatoes type reading that we could look at on Monday?
Ones we're talking about at the water cooler.
There's usually 2 or 3 of those. I'll say more good Super Bowl commercials than cutaways to Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Shouldn't be, but.
All right, TJ. If I had that whistle right now, I'd blow it and flag you for that.
Are we more likely?
Double pumped?
What are there going to be more of here, guys? More likely times Collinsworth mentions Mahomes or Drake May and Sam Darnold combined interceptions.
Great.
On Sunday.
This is a tough one.
This is a funny one.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes isn't even playing in this game.
Exactly.
I will go May Darnold interceptions.
Ooh.
But I think Collinsworth will mention Mahomes at one point.
In what context?
In the context of a lot of people have thought that the New England Patriots are a team that didn't play anybody in the regular season, and then in the postseason there's an AFC playoff field that doesn't have Lamar, doesn't have Burrow, doesn't have Mahomes,
Mike, people
something
are
like that.
These quarterbacks are just playing it.
Well, I mean, or if Drake May does something physically spectacular, making a throw on the run or something like that. I think he's just going to do it just to wink and a nod at people who think he does that. So I'll go interceptions, though, just in case he doesn't even mention.
Obviously, last time these two teams played in the Super Bowl, it came down to a play on the 1-yard line. Are we more likely to have a 1-yard touchdown of any kind or a 50-plus yard touchdown of any kind?
Ooh. I'll go 1 yard touchdown of any kind. I'll go 1 yard. What about you?
I feel like we're going to have some big plays in this game. Like I said earlier, I like a shootout in this one, so I think we're going to have some home runs hit.
Okay. What else?
Two more. More likely to be the larger number, the winning score at the Waste Management, which is going on right now in Phoenix, Arizona.
So what is that, like two, what is it?
Last year's winner was 24 under.
Okay. 24. So you're not going with strokes, you're going with whatever.
Or Super Bowl winning team's total points. You like anybody to get in the high 20s on Sunday?
No, I'll go the score of the Waste Management.
Okay.
Look at you. Look at you going outside lanes and prop betting and stuff like that.
Hideki's already 10 under, so.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, so he's putting up a number right
Jeez. Okay. So yeah, I'll go Waste Management.
I like it. Last one.
We're going to review our work on Monday.
Last one.
With Bert Kreischer.
Well, I don't know how we're going to review this one. Last one, and this is mainly just for me. More likely to be the more embarrassing vote against a Patriot. Justin Herbert MVP or Ken Anderson Hall of Fame?
Well, Ken Anderson didn't make the Hall of Fame.
Someone voted for him instead of
Say it again?
Someone voted for him instead of Bill. They made it public. I'm just taking shots here. I'm still mad about the Hall of Fame.
I still cannot believe. And again, I understand what you're saying because I don't want to denograte. You know what I mean?
Me neither. I apologize.
I don't mean to denigrate here, but you put me in a position to denigrate.